All right, we're on. Hello, everybody. Welcome into episode 32, sponsored by Martin Mancini. I'm pretty sure that it was definitely a big push on YouTube's part. They randomly selected a video to push us and shove us into the European market, and not one of them gave a damn, because I don't think any of them are still around.
Oh well.
We've gained no subscribers, and our views have fallen so hard that
We didn't talk about the superiority of the metric system. Shucks.
Oh no. Yeah, I for one loved the metric system, but you know what? I guess we're not allowed to discuss that until they come back. We'll do a whole true bance on the metric system and why it's the better system.
I'll go get the corn liquor now and start speaking with a southern accent. I tell you what, man, we're gonna have fun when it comes back. No. Anyways, how is everyone?
Just fine.
Decent.
Good to hear. Good to hear.
Bye.
I'm annoyed.
Your internet will get itself fixed, or you can go shoot the Spectrum.
No, not just the internet.
Itself.
Mother's Day, all this whole Mother's Day has been one giant clusterfuck.
Ooh, yeah. That happened.
To put it simply, I woke up this morning to a fox attacking my fucking chickens.
Oh shit.
Killed one of the chickens and killed one of the chicks.
Oh.
Check to make sure to get
Then,
tuberculosis in the house.
no, yeah, we already fixed it. My brother and my dad already fixed that shit. Then,
No,
when we
no,
got the...
check the chickens for tuberculosis now, because foxes carry that shit like no other.
Oh shit, I gotta let them know about that.
Yeah.
They also carry.
And on top of that,
lepto, but
when we got the fridge that we were using to hold the eggs that we were gonna sell off the fucking trailer, some jackass stole the fucking rooster decoration we had sitting there.
What the fuck?
You got
of all the things
too,
to
hey?
steal.
The Worcester rooster got scooped.
That's
Man, somebody
Of all
really
the
wants
things-
to cock.
that sounds like meth heads to me.
Of
Yeah,
all
it
the
sounds like
things to
fucking meth
steal,
heads. If I
somebody
see
just
their
had
ass,
to-
they're gutted. Alongside that
Somebody
fucking
just
fox.
had to steal a decorative cock.
Because they couldn't afford a real one.
Look, the wife told them go get them a real one. They're like, oh, this looks real enough.
Hey, this'll do.
This will do for that.
Anyway,
Okay,
since it's just the three of us, Flame asked the question.
I'm sorry. I got a terrible joke in my head. I gotta say it. He got his mama a cock for Mother's Day.
Well, some meth
Flame,
head
Come
did.
on.
Fuck!
No.
I'm sorry. I had to give that a.
My mom has
system
been in a
would be terrible.
my mom has been in a sour mood that I've only just barely managed to salvage today.
No,
Yeah.
no, man. He's talking about the meth head. Got it. Never mind.
Anyway,
I'm just it.
No, sorry. Yeah, no. Mother's Day has not been the best for me either. I've been on the road all day today, just trying to get back to town before we started recording.
I've been working,
But,
and me and my mom both forgot it was Mother's Day.
Yeah. But we do have a question from one Mr. King, TW King.
Good old TW.
And I believe his question is, what is our character's ideal vacation / retirement? Which, I don't hate that. So I'll give you guys a minute to think about it before we start up. Because I gotta think. I'll let you guys decide. Which character should I do for this? Which NPC do you want to hear the answer to this for?
Midnight.
Midnight, really? You want to hear your wife's soon-to-be wife's? Okay. Speaking of which, hey Thunder, I saw your comment. Jesus, fucking A.
We do not actually ever want children, so
I
yeah.
don't blame you, neither do I. But god damn.
She has a very harsh outlook on reality that matches mine, so that's
Yeah,
how
I
you,
can see how you two are perfect for each other.
that's how you last 11 years. It's not been a half yet. I'm rounding up too fast, and she's gonna get mad at me.
That's close enough. Well, we still love you, Thunder, but god damn, your cynical outlook makes me realize just how much you and May are meant for each other.
We're also big fans of you, Sugar Cloud, for being the only subscriber to the Subscribe Star.
Yeah. Way to go, Sugar Cloud. You and Thunder could be best friends.
Yep.
Let's see, we got 3 people I gotta worry about. Mayor's girlfriend, Thunder, and now Sugar Cloud. So many people!
Speaking
But
of...
you want midnight. Got it. Alright.
But,
Chaos.
yeah.
Have an answer, buddy?
It's, I have an answer that's perfectly in character. Wait, I'm allowed to retire?
Respect. Respect. Shit, I'll be working till I'm dead. I get that feeling. Alright. I'll do Mayor last because he's girly. His girly
And
girl.
mind you, High Elf lives a long time. Barely, He's barely 100.
Trucker, how about you, buddy?
Well, I mean, since my guy's functionally immortal, I mean, probably like sitting back and starting to slow down when the joints start to get a little rusty, and teach the grandnieces and nephews the trade.
Alright, hold on. Let me get the voodoo doll out. I'll summon the undead real quick. What is Tremaine? What would Tremaine's ideal retirement or vacation be if he was still alive and not dead with slit throat for speaking when he shouldn't have?
I would say probably engaging in, private research of his own. Like pick a thing that even magic has trouble getting rid of, and Tremaine will focus on it and see if there's a way that it can be fixed.
Yeah, that'd be admirable.
Damn you,
Yeah.
cancer!
He'd be this world's version of a Nobel Peace Prize winner. Too bad he got the Russian smile.
A male equivalent
Yeah.
of frickin' Florence Nightingale, if you will.
Yeah. All right.
I would actually love to have seen that, honestly.
Yeah.
He would have done a lot of good for this world, at least. Too bad he
would've.
got the what is it, Tasmanian necktie?
Oh, man.
Yeah. And before anybody comes at me
Colombian
like
necktie,
Flame, before anybody comes at me like Flame, you're a hostile DM. Trucker and I actually had conversations about this the moment Trucker started talking about it. We did private DMs on it, and we came to the understanding, hey, either he dies now or I hunt him. That those were his real options because he just broke a major rule. So
Anyway.
you can call me a cruel DM for it, but hey, I'm following the rules of the world we built.
And I agreed to it, so
Yeah.
leave him alone.
And we've discussed this at nauseum, so I don't want to hear about it.
I still get your toxic DM messages every now and then, but I could care less. Mayor.
For vacation, Hoax would probably want to try to sneak into or demand a tour of a Cathonian naval base, and
He would demand it.
yeah, he would start with the demands and then sneak if he had to. But the thing that he would want to do for retirement is the classic cowboy thing of just returning home. You go right back to Bronzeport.
That's nice. Let's see. For vacation, I think Midnight. Oh no, did you say Midnight or Alice?
Midnight.
Oh, not your girlfriend. Okay.
Because
Midnight?
presumably she'd be there with him.
Midnight. Fuck, I thought you said Alice, so I had Alice's shit.
Do Alice instead, it's fine.
So Alice is like me in that sense of her vacation would be the same thing of me of wanting to go to a Japanese onsen. Although I can't go into one because of my tattoos. And for retirement, she would probably want to retire to like a grand library, just spend her days in a study, basically. Because she loves reading.
I mean, fair enough.
You wouldn't want to stay with her hubby.
Oh, Mayor would be there, and so would her kids.
It'd be the worst
You'd be
retirement.
in the library.
Her retirement would be miserable. You have enough? Whatever child I had, because we don't know yet. You got another copy of the law book? Throw it up in the air.
I'd be like, oh god. I tell you right now, if you use books as target practice, she would hit you. Promise you, she would. Oh,
Oh!
Here's something I want to put out there, and I don't know if it'll happen, but TW King, I would like it if you could reach out to me one of these days. You know where I'm located and what my usernames are. I'd like it if you DM'd me. I want to ask you something.
What, you want to just DM you on what?
On whatever you can find me on. My Twitter is Mayor of Spice or at @mspicytown, so DM me there or give me a follow so I can follow you back and we'll DM.
Does they follow
Instagram.
you on your? Does they follow you on your YouTube page or something?
I don't know if you can message a YouTube page, but I think he'd be free to message us. If you tell me where to reach you, I can send you. I can send a message to you. But I want to ask you something. I want to see if you want to be part of something. I got a question for you.
Ooh, nice. Want to get him a sponsorship or something?
No, I want to see if he. I want to keep it a surprise. I don't want to spoil it. I'll send you a message.
I was like, if you're doing something with the business, please let me know. I am the boss.
No, I'm not.
I just gotta. Sorry.
I do not want to do anything business related technically.
Okay.
Nothing.
I just got this really funny. I just got this really funny mental image of Hoax with any kids that they have, like scrolling through a lot, the shelves, coming across a book, The Collected Writing Works and Poems of Mr. Tiggles. And then Hoax is like, ugh, pull.
No, Hoax would never actually destroy a book. But he would ruin the sorting system from things he would think is cool to boring. I want you all to pull down all them books, put them in a pile, and we're gonna draw a line.
Start sorting it all backwards, like put like dragon lore in biological fiction.
Oh no, it gets better than that. What he'd do is have a line drawn down the middle of the library. The left side would be the boring side, and then the right side would be the stuff that he thinks is cool, but it wouldn't be in any order that anyone could decipher because it would be all to his personal taste. So it would be from the very best to the least interesting cool stuff, in his opinion.
Are we ready to start? By the way,
I gotta do the top tier recap.
Yeah.
I just potentially heard every librarian's soul just wither a little bit when you said that.
Do you have any idea how much that kills me to say that? Because I would hate that, but that would be so on brand for Hoax that it's ridiculous. So, anyway, in last week's episode, Crow breaks him off, Deimos gets hit on, Hoax creates a fountain, Dazzle Booper starts a forest fire, and Gelram goes on vacation, and Lucian knocks a few back. Find out what happens now.
That's a good one.
Yeah, I knew that you'd appreciate the wordplay on that one.
So, we left off with you lovely gens being told to go basically take a short rest. Go, take a chill pill, have a little fun, take an hour to, catch your breath and, get a short rest, for lack of a better term. Did someone message me?
No, I just added the group chat to let them know we're starting, so they should probably come in quiet.
Yeah. But yeah. What's going on with my computer? Please stop fucking. My computer's acting. Sorry, everybody. My computer's acting a little weird. But yeah. Let's say about an hour's gone by now, so you've gotten your short rest. You are specifically Hoax, Dazzle Booper. Oh god, sorry. I choke on a spit, and Deimos are ushered back in. You each have a contract put in front of you. Is the music still going?
Yep.
Okay, good. Sorry, I'm a little jumpy now. You each have a contract put in front of you that basically states you are not allowed, that you will not get hostile with the person that you're speaking with, or there will be severe repercussions.
Oh, Hulk signs that immediately. He has no reason to get hostile.
Dazzlebooper is a little reluctant at first, but he's like, he kind of mutters anything for Millie and signs it.
I signed mine.
Okay. The angel individual shall take Dazzlebooper to a side room. Hoax. The demon will kind of stand up.
Oh,
I said only 3 people.
gotcha.
Remember? Lucian and Gelrum and Crow were not called back into the room.
Gotcha.
They were told to basically go enjoy the area. Good luck trying to leave. You kind of can't. None of you have the sight. Only Mayor does. Now, here comes the fun. 1, 2, Mayor. 3, 4, the Doctor. Oh, not the Doctor, sorry. Bring back Deimos. 3, 4,
I'm
Deimos.
dead.
Leave me to
1.
rest.
Hoax, you do get time for conversation first.
Hooray.
You were brought towards a small little room. It looks to be like, kind of looks like a kid's room. Honestly, like this big thing looks like maybe like a 12-year-old kid's room. There's some books, some comics, stuff like that. And you see sitting on the bed, you see the Scorpio man.
I walk in and I go, now before you say anything, like I have told you before, I have been looking for you through hell and high water. I am so enthusiastic about finally seeing you. These are yours. And I will hand him the swords and the heart locket.
You see him look at him quizzically.
Your brother gave them to me before he died, and he wanted me to let you know that he died like a warrior.
Gonna roll something for the kid. Brother. And then he just nods his head.
Scorpus is you, your brother.
Yes. Scorpus.
You know, we're basically brothers now, since you have my skin and all.
He cocks his head at that like he doesn't understand that one.
Well, now we share DNA.
DNA.
Yeah, blood, you know, similar attributes.
Actually, I don't think you would know what DNA is, bud.
I don't know.
No, you
I
wouldn't.
didn't know how else to describe it. That's where I was.
Yeah, I just feel I understand, but I'm just like DNA, like forensic stuff like that. That's like brand new shit, like the Brotherhood of Evolution and those of Evolution stuff would know, and not you guys.
We would have to like put in a robot voice to dub over that because I have no idea how else to describe it.
I'm gonna retcon everything that Hoax just said. It's like, oh yeah, we share skin now.
Yeah, we share skin. That's perfect.
Yeah. Yeah, he's just kind of looking at you. He looks like the 12-year-old kid who's like the adults are talking to him and he's not really all there or understanding it.
Hoax has this very confused look, like, well, hell, I was expecting an adult. Scorpus was not specific.
Best way I can describe it, looks like the doctor just gave the kid Ritalin for the first time, and they're like, see, he's so calm now. It's like one eye blink after another. Yes.
Are you doing okay?
Roll me persuasion.
That's a 10. I have no idea.
He doesn't respond. He just keeps staring at you.
Ooh, so So, how's life? You know, what's new?
Brother.
Which one?
Brother.
Yep. What about your brother?
Sister.
You have a sister?
He'll nod.
Who's your sister?
They just point towards the door.
Oh, Celine?
He'll nod.
Oh, is she a good sister?
He'll nod, and then he'll, like, reach under the bed and pull out this, like, little lockbox to pop open. And the best way I can describe it, it looks like the little kid, like, you know, the little kid family drawings?
Yes.
He'll show a bunch of little ones where first it starts out 3 humans, one that looks female, one and 2 that look male, that kind of stick figure-ish-y with a little bit of definition. The 2 males look almost identical, just one smaller than the other. It shows like just a lovely little day. Then another one shows like something burning, like maybe a house, maybe a village. You're not really sure, and it shows the 3 of them in the burning whatever it is.
Oh.
The next it shows the 3 of them again, but the 2 males are in these weird cylindrical pod-like things with blue fluid of some sort, and it shows the human female crying.
So y'all's village was attacked, and then y'all got kidnapped and experimented on?
He shakes his head no.
Which part was incorrect? The experiment or the village attack?
He shakes his head yes to the first part.
Alright. Well, what happened?
You see him, like, it's the kind of look in his face where, like, someone's trying to remember a painful memory and they can't or they won't, you know?
I'll, like, put up my hand to, very gently so it doesn't look like I'm gonna hurt him, and just go,
Yeah.
It's alright, I just wanted to see if I could help. Your brother was a good man. He tried his best for y'all, and I don't know, I fulfilled my end of the agreement to him, but I still feel like I could do some good.
You see him take out a piece of blank paper and grab these, like, colored crayons, and he begins to draw.
I'll watch him.
The drawing shows him and another that looks a lot like him but bigger, same scorpion like, and it shows them in a room full of people. There are 4 people that really stand out to you in the drawing. One looks like it's a burning person, one looks like some sort of humanoid mound of rubble, one looks like just a walking piece of water. Looks like a bunch of little raindrops that make like a humanoid form. And then one of them looks like a thing of air filled with like leaves and grass and a little bit of dirt.
May I keep this drawing?
He'll nod and give it to you. He'll tap those 4 and go, bad men.
And the Hoax will nod and go, would you mind if I asked your sister about this?
He shakes his head now like he doesn't mind.
Okay. Is there anything you want to know from me?
He shakes his head no.
Well, I'm happy that we finally got to meet.
That's good to hear.
Is somebody else there, or is that him saying that?
The demon's there still.
Oh, I'm gonna look at him and go, whenever it's appropriate, I'd like to speak to his sister, if that's alright.
I don't know. You seem kind of shrug. That depends how our talk goes with that metal man.
He means well, but I think there's something in his head.
Alright.
His behavior's different than other people. I don't know if he understands social cues.
He's a machine.
And that means he can't understand social cues.
Yeah.
Oh man, we had somebody in my class that didn't understand social cues. He was alright though.
He kind of gives you the look of like, really?
He's just like, this is awkward. I was he gives him a shrug. He's like, look man, I'm sorry. I'm kind of out of my depths here. When Scorpus talked to me, I thought his brother was an adult, and I'm trying to be respectful of the young one, and I don't understand the middleman, and I don't quite understand you, but I'm just happy to participate.
Look. Scrambled brains here ain't much for talking.
I've noticed.
You done talking to him or not?
I am.
Good, let's go. I want to go smoke.
Can I come smoke with you until my next conversation?
Depends. You smoke Angel Wing?
Will that make it impossible for me to talk to the next person?
I don't know. What's your tolerance?
I don't know.
He'll lead you out. Do you partake of this? Do you partake of the Angel Wing cigarettes?
I'll give one a go.
Make me a Constitution saving throw, bud.
This was probably the worst decision I've ever made.
I'm not gonna answer that. Just roll your con save.
That's a 26.
Holy shit, is that strong? Let me put it this way. This is like a very powerful psychedelic.
Oh no!
Yeah, this isn't like wacky tobacco or regular tobacco. This is a psychedelic.
This is like psilocybin mushrooms.
On steroids, basically. Let me put it this way. You're seeing the celestial plane now. Like, you're seeing what residue of the celestial plane there is on the material plane, and it's fucking with your perception and reality. Really bad. Because you got a 21, you don't fail, so you're not taking damage. You're not, like,
I got 26.
Oh, yeah, 26. You're not retching, you're not taking any damage or anything. But you're not able to discern reality from your plane to the bleed of the celestial plane. So you're seeing shit you've never seen before. You don't know how to explain. It's just like, wait, what's real, what's not?
You got another one of these I can buy?
Want more?
I want to save one for later and have a party with my friends.
What do you got on you to trade?
I have... that was a really bad way to write that. That was almost stupid. I got this hand axe.
What kind of, is that the Phoenix Feather hand axe?
No, I assumed that I lost that because the way you described it, it hit the ground and just kind of rolled away, and I don't think there's any chance I could have gotten that back.
Was that during the Scorpus chase?
Yeah.
Oh, no, you would have gotten that back.
Oh, I deleted that from my inventory. I thought it was gone.
Oh, god damn it! No, you should still have that. They would have went and got that.
I didn't think they would have.
Yeah, Scorpus would have gotten that. The Scorpus would have his men gotten that.
You'll have to send me the stats for that.
Fuck, I've got to find those. It was just like a simple. It was just a magical for the sake of magical hand axe that, when thrown, it would stick to the body and do 1d4 points of fire damage every round. And if your opponent hit 0 with that in it, it would instantly incinerate the body, and then a new axe would be formed from the body because it's the Phoenix hand axe.
It's a thermite throwing axe.
Like,
Basically, the Phoenix feather is what does that.
but yeah, I mean, he's like, I got that, and then I got some, starting to kind of tweak a little bit. I got one of them, lamp oils. Hot lamp oil.
You got anything more solid? Maybe some blood, pixie feathers, pixie wings, bay blood. You're a changeling, ain't you?
Yeah, I'm a changeling.
Some of your blood would do nice.
What would you use my blood for?
Oh, I'd mix it with some alcohol and drink it.
That's crazy, man. That's wild. You got the alcohol on hand? I'll just drop you some right now.
You see him like pull out this like ritualistic dagger and a goblet. Got it.
Does
I'll even try some.
Whatever, man. You know, that's wild. Have you ever tried one of those?
Lord.
Have you ever tried one of those angel wing cigarettes?
Yeah. Yeah. Do you allow him?
Yeah. Do you think he's in a position to argue? He's
So you
completely
take 6 points of damage. He fills the goblet up all the way, and then you like tap the cut so it'll recover over, and then he'll pour in this like viscous black liquid, put his pinky nail in it and spin it a couple times, and it'll become this vibrant blue liquid.
That's hurt my.
You'll see him just kind of like start sipping on it like a martini.
I assume he gives me a new angel wing smoke.
He'll give you like those little like small cigarette little holders, like the silver ones that like you clasp it and open it. It's got like a lining of it.
Tongs.
Yeah.
He'll give you one that has like 6 in them.
Oh yeah, baby. Stoned Hoax is cooking some meat.
I just want to reiterate, if someone fails on smoking one of these things, holy shit. But you could hotbox. Oh my god, you could hotbox something with this shit and really fuck it. I just realized that.
Hey, Flame. I had a twisted thought.
Let's hear it. It's just us
Lucian
boys.
takes a drag of this shit.
You get more out of drinking the blood he just made, honestly.
Really?
Do I know it?
Speaking of which,
yeah.
Hoax, you want to he'll offer you a drink?
We're
Oh,
already
no.
making bad choices.
Oh,
I
no.
will take a very small sip. Like, okay, I gotta be.
Congrats, you're indulging with a demon or a devil. I know a demon when it comes to habituates and stuff.
He's gonna
make me a wisdom saving throw.
Oh no, that one's bad.
You've already
He just looks at him and goes, you know, my wife is pot demon. Oh, sweet. That's a soft 20.
God.
Hey, Mayor.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
Oh no.
So this one has
Oh.
3 different tiers. This has the failure, the absolute failure, safety net, and success. Success is 21 up. You've landed in the safety net.
All right.
It means you failed, but you're not taking damage.
Hey.
But I'm going to put it this way. You've lost motor function,
Oh no.
and there's now a dancing figure of lights in front of you, and you cannot stand. You have to sit.
You got a chair?
He'll kind of like lead you to a chair. Not bad for a human or a mortal.
How long we got on this? I gotta go talk to somebody.
By the way, you're not able to speak. It's more like a.
Yeah, blah, 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 blah. I'm sure he still understands me. That's why I'm just kind of.
Yeah, it's like it's a strong numbing as well.
I'm
Just
sure.
for the sake of it,
Yeah.
I'm gonna roll what the dancing looks like. It looks like Alice.
Oh, I was hoping that it was going to be like the entirety of Family Guy's Shapoopy skit when Peter was playing for the Patriots.
No, it's more like fuck. I can't remember what the name of the movie is, but it's the old animation where it's like the dude blew the cigarette and the smoke made the form of like a female that was dancing, and then touched the nose and disappear.
Oh yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
It's kind of like that, but it looks like your wife.
But yeah, to basically translate out of the mumbles, he's just going to say stuff like, "Ah, hell, I can't be doing this stuff. I got a kid coming, and I hope this doesn't last too long. I gotta go talk to that guy's sister," but it's probably coming out as, "Man, I just have to imagine that he totally understands me because he's been through this enough times.
You don't know.
Nah.
And shifting to a similar situation, honestly. Deimos, you were led into a small
Yes.
but well-furbished room where there is a table with at least 5 bottles of wine on it now. 4 of them are completely empty. The 5th is currently being chugged by a human woman and also familiar lab coat as she's sitting, kind of leaning back in the chair, one leg up on the table, just drinking.
Boy.
She kind of just
While I
looks at you, Deimos.
can't, while I can't personally imbibe any of that, I have been told that moderation is key.
She just kind of rolls her eyes at you.
So I take by your reaction that my statement of you being friends with the other individual was not only insulting, but deeply insulting.
Why?
Well, in my time where I took to calm down, I came to a realization. Allow me to apologize. I am sorry.
What is it you want?
Several things. I would like to know the identity of that group. Seeing as there's at least 2 of you, well, not counting you as one of their active number now, but there has to be more. I need names. I need locations.
There's several groups. We used to be known as the Evolution. My sect was known as the Brotherhood of Evolution. My group specifically worked in Draconia. Our whole job? Helped understand science and magic and bring wonders and advancements to the world. Then those... And you see a scowl grow across her face as she starts to talk about these people. Fuckers came with something called the truth to our people. They started affecting our research, saying we had to create soldiers, create monsters. And they started dabbling in things not of our plane. Next thing I knew, many of my colleagues began to speak of the truth as it was some sort of god, partaking of the Kool-Aid, so to speak. Next thing I know, my kind of research was shunned. They wanted to stop it, burn down my lab, and call it a day.
Before I progress further into this conversation, what is your area of research? If you do not mind me asking.
Bioengineering. I deal with the loss of limbs, loss of limbs, and skin tissue. I work specifically with stem cells to help regrow limbs and the fusion of animals, insects, reptilians, and others with humanoid creatures. My brothers are great examples of my work. Incomplete as they are, though.
There was a man, human, blonde, mustache, insisted on calling me his friend.
Did he reek of
Could say,
salt? Did he smell like the tide?
I don't have a nose. I don't know if you're aware or that you missed it. I do not have an olfactory system. I was not given one.
He said a mustache. Prim proper, extremely friendly.
One could say he had a sunny disposition.
Loca Brine.
Luca Brine.
Loca Brine. Here, I'll put it in chat for you.
Luca Brine.
Locabrine. Loca Brine.
Secondary question about this particular individual. Anything in your work or his work, if you knew what his work was, that would allow him to potentially survive being stabbed through the neck? He did so, I think.
I didn't touch his work. I didn't touch his boss's work. He was the lapdog of some elder from the High Council of Evolution. And you see her do air quotes when she goes, High Council of Evolution. These jackets. I don't know what he could do. My work was designed so that you shouldn't be able to pierce the neck of a creature. Although if you could, then you probably would kill the creature.
I will tell you as what I saw. I stabbed him through the neck with a spear. Some form of gas began to erupt from his neck. When the gas, fog, whatever it was, cleared, the body was gone.
Couldn't tell you. Not my area.
Amos's eyes go from blue to purple, then back to blue. Then other information may be beneficial, helpful. This individual, potentially with assistance, has stolen the body of my mother. We were here to bring it back home so that the proper rites may be observed so her spark could pass on into the heavens where it belongs. They have stolen that from me. I need to get my mother's body back as soon as possible. Any assistance you could offer, while I cannot speak for the clan in a whole, I personally would owe you a favor should you ask it.
I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but you might not want to go get that body back. It's not going to be your mother who
Something
find it.
that has the exact opposite effect on me, you may find. All that means is that I have to find whatever they've done and put her at ease.
she just kind of looks at you for a couple seconds. Fair enough. I had to take a guess. They probably took her to the main lab. Where all of us did most of our work.
Location.
I don't know. I could give you some
Deimos
minutes.
Deimos will ball a fist so hard that you hear metal squealing. That's not an acceptable answer.
It's the answer you'll get. I don't know. We use teleportation to get in and out. So I don't know where the actual base is located. Nobody does, except maybe the real higher ups. I didn't care too much. I just used it for data. Worked on my own projects. I know it was cold. It was cold all the time.
Filing that piece of information away. You may not understand this, but I'm not entirely sure why, but people always seem to think that I'm emotionless. I can't show what I feel. I wasn't built with the capacity for it. But these people, your former colleagues, they will see how angry the heartless metal man can be. I only had a few things, and they just took one of them. Always cold. Loca Brine. Any other names?
Roll a persuasion check. You're no longer in the scenario where she's just gonna freely give you with that threat, to say the least.
It's 15. I'm not threatening her.
I get that, but the way you put that, you've got to
You are
realize.
threatening.
I think you realize this, and I'm just gonna put it as this way. These are people that used to be her friends that have gone, as she puts it, insane for something called the truth. So, I mean, you put it as you will. She'll kind of mull it over for a second. I'd recommend being a little more tactful with when you talk to someone else about this. There's only one other person who would know where the base is. But if you come to them like you are with me, I guarantee they will turn you to rust.
I'm listening. Name, please.
I don't know what name they go by anymore. I only know where you could probably find them.
And that would be
Bro, the Frostlands.
always cold. So be it. Atmos goes quiet.
Can you do me a favor though? Well,
That
two,
greatly depends on what the favor would be.
to be exact. If you do find the lab, destroy it. Don't leave a
That was
shred.
already on the agenda.
Don't leave a
Favor
shred
2.
of evidence. Don't leave a shred of their science. It's tainted. And 2, tell that halfling friend of, or not halfling, that changeling friend of yours, thank you. If it wasn't for his skin, my brothers would be dead. She takes a long swig of her wine.
Fair enough.
Do you leave?
Yep.
Alrighty. You head back out in the hallway, out in the lobby, and you see a slumped over into a chair, starry-eyed, completely out of it, Hoax. Hoax, you're still higher than a fucking kite. You're tripping balls, man. You're tripping balls.
Just-
You know, I'm gonna check the song.
He's just like, yeah. Something's moving.
I'm going to basically tap him on the forehead and hit him with the lesser restoration.
Not gonna do it.
Oh well.
I'm sorry, but this is shit meant to like affect a demon or a celestial or like an extraplanar creature. A lesser restoration is not enough to undo it.
All right.
What do I specifically see when he does that?
So what you see coming towards you is not a metal man, but instead a towering giant of metal and whirling wisps of green and blue and weird beings of different humanoid forms. And then it seems like it's almost piloting this mech-like suit is the oddest humanoid figure of a rainbow of colors.
When it touches my forehead, I'll just go, that is really crazy, man. You ever try angel wing?
You're still...
Fantastic.
And I'll say at this point, Dazzle Booper will come out of his room. Dazzle Booper has a very, very forlorn look on his face.
Can Hoax do the noodle man at him?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna do the wacky inflatable tube man at him. Trying to
He
ward
looks
off
confused.
the fire.
He looks confused at you.
Is the demon still around?
Nope.
Oh shit. He'll just kind of try to tell him, if you do this, the file will still go away. To absolutely nobody, but it sounds like gibberish.
And Dazzle will look to you. We need to go to Coastal Fire.
Hoax he's shaking his head no. Absolutely not.
We need to go to the Frostlands.
Hoax shakes his head no, absolutely
Really
not.
isn't Coastal Fire.
Hoax just keeps shaking his head no.
Hoax, by the way, you're not able to understand anybody. You're just hearing wah, 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 wah.
Not just
You're,
violently shaking
you're
his
hearing
head no.
peanuts.
Yeah, you're hearing
You're
peanuts.
hearing peanuts, parents.
It is.
By the way, when you see Dazzle Booper, he doesn't look like himself. He looks like a roaring flame wrapped around a ball of wings.
I'm going to
Oh,
attempt.
biblical angels.
I'm going to just attempt to go. I don't trust you. I only trust the Rainbow Man. I don't trust Rainbow Man neither.
I'm not gonna act like sheep. Like I'm not gonna be Sheep's character, but I'm pretty sure even Sheep would be adamant on this. Dazzle Booper wants to go to Coastal Fire because he's just learned that Millie was sent to Coastal Fire.
Basically, anytime somebody, I assume I could still kind of, because of no matter how voices are, you can kind of guess like urgency or sense of inflection. And anytime somebody says
like
something,
Dazzle Booper is very urgent. He's very direct about this.
yeah, anytime somebody gives an inflection of urgency or being direct, Hoax is just gonna keep trying to shake his head no.
But yeah, Dazzle Booper is basically like he's wanting to go to Coastal Fire because of Millie. What are the rest of you doing? Not Doctor. Damos. What are you doing, bud?
Yeah. Fuck's sake. I'm just gonna continue to look back and forth between these two, and just resign myself that Dazzle is adamant we go one way, and Hoax is fucking Hoax.
Yeah, no matter what anybody tries to say to him, he will keep shaking his head no. Or attempt to.
The angel will come to you lot and basically say, "All right, get out. I hope you found what you were looking for. Now get out."
No, I didn't get everything I was looking for.
I'm gonna keep noodle manning at him because I can't do anything.
Yeah, this ain't gonna wear off.
I'm just gonna
best bud.
I'm just gonna pick Hoax up and carry him.
Yeah. You guys kind of make your way back out into the by the bar and stuff. And Gelrum and Lucian, you see Deimos carrying a wavy inflatable tube man version of Hoax. You see Dazzle as well coming out very disheveled looking as well.
Lucian seeing Hoax being carried out like a sack of taters while he's just noodle manning. He's just gonna snort and chortle to himself. This fool's high off his ass.
Oh yeah, if you keep talking, anytime somebody talks at him, he's gonna keep noodle manning.
Oh, and because you took the angel, hold on, the angel dust basically. Let me describe what you see. So you're gonna look at Lucian, and you see this like prismatic spray of purples and greens and golds that makes up a humanoid-esque form with the overhanging shadow of some sort of giant winged flower-like creature sort of thing above him, with like some sort of like vine-like tendrils coming from the wings of this thing down to the humanoid-colored form. And in Grellerum, you just see a giant fucking white dragon without any hard lines.
Yeah, Hoax is standing still, waiting for somebody to start speaking again.
It's all just want to you, by the way. Still.
Again, anytime he hears anything aggressive, he's going to immediately noodle man at them and start shaking his head no.
Now, I presume our talks were informative.
I certainly hope so. The judging from the way hoax is being carried out, I think he bit off more than he might have been able to handle.
We have two locations. Ghost of Fire, or where did you want Doctor? Or not Dr. Damos?
I'm
Pe-
The
dead!
Frostland.
Instantly.
Frostland. We both want to go to different nations of this land.
Well, if it's any consolation, I worked in Coastal Fire for a long while before I came here.
Oh, where
Matter
in
of
Ghost of
fact-
Fire, do you know?
Coliseum.
Yeah.
He's sort of like eyeballs over to Deborah sitting on his shoulder.
Remember, Chaos. Coastal Fire is a nation. It is a large nation that takes up a large section of the coast.
Where exactly would that be then? Since we never settled on a city.
I'm gonna say you honestly don't remember. I'm gonna say with your age and the way what we talked about your backstory being, you don't remember well enough. It's the Coliseum. That's all you remember.
That's it. The only thing I really remember about being in Coastal Fire was working in the Coliseum for a good while. That's actually how I actually came into my little arrangement with Deborah here.
They said they were taking her to have her be sold as a criminal.
Oh, yeah. There was that too. But I didn't say it was a nice place. I just said I worked there.
Yeah, you can all see that Dazzlepooper is visibly shaken at all of this.
And Lucien is completely nonplussed with admitting this. These probably not subtle facts that you should probably handle gently. He's just sledgehammering it on.
Like, yeah, it was shitty. I couldn't remember. Oh yeah, they made you fight. They basically made you fight. Not always the death. It was usually like that unconscious. They just sold you. They said you were a criminal, made you fight, pay off your wages. The usual. What you do.
What you'd expect in a place like that has a massive gladiatorial arena.
Actually, they've got a lot. There's one in the capital, one in the Coliseum, one near the fort,
Actually,
one in almost every small town and city they own.
okay, let me rephrase that. What do you expect from a nation that has a gladiatorial circuit?
Mm-hmm. I would say everybody would. You would know this, Lucian. Coastal Fire basically started up gladiatorial because they needed a large morale boost and a way to make money. And it was like, hey, guess what? We make criminals fight. We don't make them fight to the death unless they're like murderers, like really bad people, like murderers, racists, stuff like rapists. Sorry, not racist. Well, racist. Like stuff like that. For entertainment, for the people, you make them pay a small amount. They get to watch the show. It helps with a little revenue back in the city. And then they would also take in criminals of like other nations to be like, hey, we'll take your criminal. We need people to either work the Coliseum or work the fields, work the mines. And you would know because they'll take in other like nations' criminals. People, it's like other nations or stuff like that would slap. People from other nations would slap bogus charges on someone and then go and sell them to the nation of Coastal Fire to like any of the Coliseums. Like, hey, yeah, they did this. And it's like, all right, we'll give you this much for it, and there you go.
Yeah, Lucien just relays this to everyone.
Dazzlepooper is very noticeably shrinking into himself.
Oaks hisses at you.
What?
I'm
Can't
still
blame a guy for
carrying
having
you,
his
by the
opinion.
way. I'm still carrying Hoax.
I just imagine Hoax is like an angry cat on Davos' shoulder.
Trying to think if he would take a form at this point.
I would say any form you take would be a little like your forms would be off by a bit, you know.
I'll take a very grotesque looking, just very different Vincent.
Oh,
A very odd
Ooh.
Vincent.
That's cruel, but I love it.
Near. What the hell is that supposed to be?
One of the horns is in the middle of the forehead. The eye is drooping down too low. The bottom jaw is not even there. It's just fucked.
I'm tired to be the voice of Ethan.
What does Engelrum think of all this?
He is probably just shaking his head, going, "Oh." Not to like anything that, not to the fact that we're trying to decide what we do. Mainly, the wavy inflatable 2-man going on.
Yeah.
Noodle Man.
You better hope I sober up
Noodle
soon
Man.
or we're never leaving this place.
I mean, you can see-ish. I'll put it this way. It's like, have you ever been blitzed? Like, have you ever been that drunk?
No, I've never been drunk, so it doesn't. I've been buzzed because of the stupid waiter at a Mexican restaurant screwed me over, but yeah.
You can make out the shapes and outlines of things. You're just very shaky. You can see a door. You're the only one that can see the door, to be fair, too.
Can I just start like trying to violently like stomp at that door?
I don't know, Deimos, how are you holding him?
I've just like got him on my shoulder,
So I guess no. You can't.
almost like fireman's carry.
Can I?
I was hoping for bridal shower carrying. Damn it! Like he's a princess carry.
The only way I know how to try to get him to adjust me is to just start swatting at his face slightly. So I'm going to start with that.
I mean, I can get him in a princess carry if he wants me to.
I'm just thinking about the fan art, man.
I'm going to just start like pawing at your face and like sticking my tongue out at you, like ah.
I'll adjust him so I've got him in a princess carry so he stops.
I'm going to start violently I'm trying to throw my arm off of my body at the door.
It's a little ways away, but like if you work together, you can get towards it. I'll put it that way. Do you guys want to leave the thieves guild, the underbelly, as it were?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
maybe we can decide where we want to head towards.
Might be a bad idea.
Let me know when I get any kind of ability to form a real word.
Not gonna be for a little while, bud. As anyone who's actually imbibed in a heavy substance, they can tell you it takes a while for that stuff to wear off. I'm gonna say for the sake of Revenant, you guys get to the cart, but Hoax, you're still heavily under the influence when Deimos brings you in to both your mother and your wife to be.
What do they look like?
It's kind of late at night, and so they're probably in their nightgowns. They were like kind of waiting for you guys, and they just see you. Your mom, like Alice has that look of like, oh good, he's all right, but what the fuck is wrong with him? Your mom has that look of, oh my god, my kid just came home shit faced.
Oh, no.
She looks at Deimos, then looks at the hoax, then looks at Deimos. What did you guys do?
I can't speak for him, but we went to an area where we got information which could lead to several things. First, the location of Dazzle Booper's friend, the location of the people who stole my mom's body.
Oh, you poor
So,
dears. Well, here, give
I
me
can't
my son. I'll take him to bed, and then I think you all need some rest, and then we speak in the morning. Does that sound good?
Sounds fine to me.
Can I start noodle man in protest?
I'm sorry. I just imagine you're like a cat fighting not to go into a bath.
Yeah, I posted what I'm doing it as a GIF.
Oh, which one of them though is the question?
The woman doing what D does in Always Sunny.
yeah,
I'm doing
yeah.
D's dance.
I just imagine your mother and Alice go over there and it's like trying to get a kid to put socks on. It's a fight. It's a fight for their lives almost. Just trying to get you up the stairs and towards the bedroom.
Every time somebody says something from now on, he's going to fail to say, "That's crazy, man. Have you ever tried Angel Wing?"
The whole time your mom's like, folks, this is why I said you shouldn't go to those parties and stuff. They're always bad influences on you. See, I told you this is what happens if you took drugs. See, your cousin Tony was just like this, and I don't want you to be like him.
This is the exact reason why he would do this shit, too.
Okay, you're taking the bed. How about the rest of you lot? The rest of you guys just gonna go take a nap, go get some rest?
Yeah.
Yeah. Galen doesn't have a whole lot he wants to do right now, at
Alrighty.
least.
How about you, Lucine? You just gonna go get some rest?
Lucian's gonna do something a little special before he packs it in.
Oh, what's Lucine gonna do? What is Lucine doing, bud?
Just before he goes, just as he's all squared away in his room, he goes over to a little case he has tucked away in the corner, and upon clicking it open, pulls out a rather well-crafted and well-cared-for viola.
Alrighty.
And so long since I've had a chance to play you, old friend.
Viola
Carefully, he'll
Gang.
pick it up, draw the bow, and who here's watched Solo Leveling?
Oh, you bastard.
I have not.
You know the violin section of that song?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yep.
Even though I'm not much a fan of that show.
Fuck you. It's a damn good joke because I know the source material.
I know the source material too. I'm not the biggest fan of the show.
Bite me. Everyone's entitled to their own opinion. Let me have mine.
Like, I'll bite you all you want, but
Move on.
yeah, I'll say, do you play that till you fall asleep, or you're just gonna play that for a while and then go to bed?
Play that for a while and then go to bed. Do I got to roll to do it? Because I do have proficiency with it.
No, I'm gonna say you just do it.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm not that much of a dick.
And Sea Flame, that's why we love you.
At least somebody does.
Settle down on the glazing.
Hey, I know this.
I'm yellow carding the glazing.
I'm denying your yellow card.
Oh, that's fair.
So it's good.
That's fair.
It's still good. I'm gonna say for the sake of brevity, we could just taking the break here real quick.
That would be incredible because this break is sponsored by Martin Mancini. The card is on the screen.
Alrighty.
I did not intend to get completely blitzed, but I figured I gotta do something stupid just the once.
Yeah, dude. The moment you're like, "Hey, I'll take the Angel Wing," I'm like, "Oh, I get to have fun with this."
Yeah, I figured it wasn't going to be detrimental, so I was like, all right, I'll let Flame have fun with this.
Only unless you hit it like a certain threshold, then it's got some really heavy negative effects. Otherwise, it's just like it's fun shit.
I figured, how could I make myself unhelpful this time, and that was good.
Also, yeah, folks, we neither have Dazzlebooper nor Crow tonight. Both Sheep and Hunter couldn't make it tonight, so hey, I think it's gonna have a heavy outcome on the session because the session was supposed to be basically a choice between, do you guys want to follow Dazzlebooper's lead or do you want to follow Deimos's lead? But I'm pretty sure it's probably gonna end up being Deimos's lead, just because he's not gonna argue for himself.
I'm not sure. I mean, the problem is Hoax has to raise his kids, so he's gonna be kind of scared to leave.
Well, you're gonna get to have a conversation tomorrow with the whole carriage of like, all right, what do we want to do? Because I'll put it this way: Zagler has already talked to you, like, hey, he's thought about having the carriage leave and move because you've been here for a few weeks. You've been in the capital now for like 2 or 3 weeks.
Yeah,
You've kind of sold your wares and you're a traveling merchant. You're not a sit down merchant. You need to get out of here and find a new area to sell for a little bit. So you're gonna basically have a conversation after break of like, all right, where do we want to go? What do we want to do? What do we want to find?
I gotta get married fast. That's why my mom's here.
Yeah, that's true. Do you want to get married in the capital? Do you want to go somewhere else to get married?
Whatever's easier for everybody else.
That's on you, brother man. That's totally on you. I can set up a wedding thing.
That could be part of the discussion when we get back.
Yeah.
I'm gonna run to the bathroom quick. Please make sure there's not a lot of dead air. I don't want people to go, where? When nobody's on screen, I want people saying, where are they?
Well, y'all can hear the music. I'm gonna change the song. It's way too dreary. Well, are you guys enjoying the session so far, at least?
Mm-hmm.
That's good. That's good.
I love it, Trucker.
No.
Yay. I did something right.
What do you mean you did something right? What?
He sent
I
me my
presented Mark
ID
with his
badge.
character's ID card.
Oh, for the Starfinder game you're working on?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
being
When
honest.
are you gonna start recording that, buddy?
I'm not sure yet.
Fair enough. I don't want to force you.
Why is this not working?
But
Mm-hmm.
did you guys have a good Mother's Day though?
Yeah, didn't do a
I
whole lot.
did.
I worked.
Feel that I was on the road for most of the day. I spent the last couple days with my mom and gave her a good Mother's Day gift. And was like, hey, I'm not going to be with you on Mother's Day because I have to go and work.
I have to work.
My Mother's Day has been all screwed up. I went and we basically celebrated it at my grandparents' yesterday, and my aunt decided to cause a fight, which was brilliant. That's pretty much par for the course. Of course, decided to fight my mom, who did not take it well, and that was very annoying. It was a lot.
Your aunt or your dad?
My aunt. No, my dad. My parents are divorced. My dad has vowed never to see nor speak to my mother for as long as he can help it.
Okay.
But he's gonna see her on Friday, so that'll be all right.
Oh, because your graduation and stuff.
Yeah,
You gotta let me know the details on how that goes.
it's gonna go just fine. They've interacted before. But my parents are very cordial people. They do not get shitty with each other. My dad is. I mean, you've seen me in person, so you know exactly how that's gonna go. It's going to be painfully awkward because not one of us has social skills.
I'm still sad I can't come when you graduate. I really am sad about that.
It is so much better to come on a different day.
I know, but I just want to come just to be like, sup, I'm your son's business partner.
Yeah, when I have not told almost any of my family about this, that would be great.
Perfect time.
Like half my family knows about this, and they're like, "Oh, good for you, Cade. When are you gonna get a real job, though?" It's like, fuck.
The day this is definitely not a real job. We're making $5 a month.
Technically, we're not even making $5 a month because the person that's donating has to re-up every month because it's not on auto renewal yet. Because we need 5 people to do that.
We are technically a sweatshop, actually, because all of us are making like $1.25.
Help! The working conditions are atrocious.
They are. I'm sweating my ass off. I'm miserable right now.
Hey, I didn't say you guys could bitch. Get back to work.
I get to bitch though because I am
We formed a union. We formed
There's
a
no
union.
union in this fucking shithole.
Oh, you formed a union, did you? Congratulations, you're out of a job.
I was about to say, you think I'm the master when it comes to
$1.25 job.
Where else? Good luck making $1.25 anywhere else, buddy.
Good luck making more money anywhere else than working here.
Good luck finding the culture that you find around here anywhere else. We're a family. We care. You're not gonna get that anywhere else.
I fucking hate jobs
I
like that,
gotta-
dude. I really do.
I gotta stop because I'm going to send people into a panic, and I hate that as much as everybody else.
A little too real at that point, you know, a little too real. It's like, hey, we're here to escape from reality, not experience it.
We're not allowed to have meetings publicly. It's not right.
Hey, Mayor.
What's up?
Do me a favor and roll a D100 real quick.
You got it.
Are we all ready? Are we all back? Are we all ready to continue?
Hold on, I'm rolling a D100. That is a 43. That's your favorite number.
What?
That got me the number I needed. We're good.
What did you need it for?
Oh, I'm making your sheet.
Oh.
For
you.
What?
He's making my sheet for star stuff.
Oh, you're still planning
that's what it is. Ah, jeez.
You're still planning on playing that?
Yeah. I might, if I get a new job, I can at least guess. So.
I've completely backed out of it just because of other priorities and stuff now. So, alrighty, are we all ready? Are we all good to continue?
All good, all good.
Okie dokie, artichokes. The morning of the next day rolls around. Hoax.
Yes.
God, do you have cotton mouth and a headache
Water.
and dizzy and dehydrated?
Water.
Wait, is that a third arm? Oh no, you're just losing your shit.
Water.
Like the worst hangover times 100, you know?
Shoe buddy. As Ron White says, I've got the shoe buddies.
Suffering from a case of the shoe buddies.
Shoot, buddies. I miss Ron White. I wish he would do another show, but I doubt he ever will. He'll never come to Nebraska either. That's the funny part. Anyways, I'm getting off track. Yeah. I say at this point, y'all wake up. Y'all want to head down for breakfast?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alrighty, your group is out there, and the majority of your employees are out there. You don't see everybody. There seems to be a couple people missing. But for the most part, yeah, you always want to sit down and get your breakfast.
Yeah.
Alrighty. You sit and munch away when Zackler comes and sit next to you lot. I believe you're well aware of this, but I do think it's about time we get a move on. We've sold what we can sell, and we bought what we can buy in the capital. I think it's time to find greener pastures.
My mom's here, so I think I'm supposed to get married first. Unless you're coming along, Mom, but you gotta go find Dad.
Oh, I know very much well where my husband is. I would like you to wait until my husband is back, but he's not. Your dad's not going to be back for a while.
Great.
You don't need to go and get married right this second. I'm not that upset, Hoax.
Could have pulled the hell out of me.
I was worried. It's a mother's job to be worried.
Anyway, what the hell was happening again? I vaguely recall seeing a lot of shapes.
Yes, right. You came in very inebriated last night.
High up
long
your
story-
ass.
Yeah. So long story short is we are needing to decide where we want to move to. I have several locations we can go for barter and trade, but I have a feeling that some of you have locations you want to go to as well. Delzabooper, I should mention, Delzabooper decided not to come down to for breakfast today, but he has informed me that he very much would like to go exploring the country of Coastal Fire to look for his friend. I put that down on the list, but I figured it might be a good idea to speak to all of you about what you want to do.
To be frank, boss, I used to work in Coastal Fire before I came to work for you. Just tilts head. And let me tell you, this place is as lawless as you think it is.
I'm well aware of
Whatever-
Coastal Fire.
Hmm?
I'm well aware of Coastal Fire and their rules. I've done many business dealings with their kind.
I'm not one to sugarcoat certain things, but I feel like if we start stomping around in Coastal Fire, we're gonna wind up kicking up a hornet's nest.
I don't disagree.
And trust me when I say the last thing I want is to be stuck down in those damn coliseums again.
Don't blame you. They're not very entertaining, in my opinion. Glorified sports fest is all it is, with a little extra bloodshed.
All for the entertainment of the masses.
Boy, is
Yes.
it entertaining. After I popped 3 were-tigers' heads off, the cheers were enormous.
You fought were-tigers, did you?
A few
And
people...
capped 3 of them.
2 people got bit.
Did they get any medical attention?
Nope.
Who were the ones bitten?
Pointed at
Wasn't it
Gelram.
Dazzle?
Nope, not Dazzle.
And Gelram and Crow.
Yeah. Speaking of which, hey Crow. I mean not Crow, hey Gelram.
Oh no.
Could you make me a con save?
Oh no. Me. Which dice is gonna be the good one today?
None of them.
That's not bad. 17.
You're feeling really shitty, man. Really shitty.
Now that I wasn't even thinking about it before, but yeah, that bite definitely stings a little bit.
Did you get treated for this bite at all?
Oh no, not at all.
Are
This
any of
was
you
in the Thieves Guild after all. Do you think they actually care about any of us?
fair enough? Do pray tell though. Do any of you know how lycanthropy works?
Is this another one of those things that you gotta go get a wish spell and then enter the astral plane to ask for it to get removed?
Actually, it is, if it gets to a certain point.
You better find somebody who loves you all lots and lots in Gelram.
Jesus.
Jeez.
If you're able to cure it quickly, then no.
So, I guess, is there any benefit to their bite, or is it just kind of horrendous?
Well, seeing as how you are a reptilian creature and theirs is a mammal-based infection, you won't even get the were-tiger infection. You'll just get what's known as the madness. Or you'll become like a ravenous animal, so to speak.
I think I'd prefer to not be a ravenous animal.
Yes. After we're done discussing, go talk to a doctor. I believe he might have something to help you.
Talk about shit out of the stick, mate.
Oh, speaking of specially acquired items, here you go, AP. Here's your journals.
You see your eyes light up. You got them?
Yup, I traded a unicorn's horn for it.
Wait, where did you get a unicorn? Nah, that's not worth the questions. Get the books. And she will treat these things like they are children. These things are precious to her. This will help me greatly in my research.
You said that we'd get paid for this?
Yes. I can answer almost anything now with this.
How much is almost?
Old world. You see her kind of like looking through it a little bit. Some old world text, old ley lines of old magic, specific
Ley lines?
tombs and crypts. Let's see what else is there, and anything else I can find on this.
Well, I ought to make this clear just in case there's some reservations on our boss's part, but I got a family to raise now, so I ain't going anywhere this carriage can't.
Well, you also have Luna. You kind of see Luna's head perk up. Yeah, and I'm wondering when I'm gonna get sent out, or if you just want me to start scouting.
Out of character. I don't even know who the hell. Damn.
You don't know what to do.
Well, the problem is, if she's not going to be able to do what Deimos needs her to do, and I'm sure Deimos is going to want to take care of this personally, and I know if Sheep were here, he would be pretty adamant about going to rescue. Sheep's kind of 50-50, it's hard to tell.
I think Sheep, I can only speak for Sheep, but I've got a feeling if Sheep was here, he would be pressing the whole, I want to go to Coast of Fire. Do you want me to explain to you what Luna can do exactly?
Yes.
Yeah.
So basically, you can do one of two things. You can have Luna go, you can find out information about something, like, hey, we know there's a crypt or a tomb or a dungeon here. We want you to go investigate it. Or you can be like, hey, go exploring. If you find something you think we might find interesting, you inform us. You go in, grab the stuff, and get out. You can do one or two things with her. That's basically what you can do.
So you're saying theoretically we could have Luna rescue Millie?
Yes, but I don't think that's the kind of job she would take, because this isn't like she's in a dungeon or something. More than
It's the hostage rescue.
Millie's been basically had a criminal charge slapped on her, and now she's basically been sold to Coastal Fire and said she is a criminal. So she's in the Coliseums. That's not really Millie's area of expertise, you know.
The question I want to ask is too meta because I wouldn't know, so I can't ask it out loud.
Well, ask me above game, and I can see if I can help you how to word it.
Would you tell us anything about what Selena told you, Trucker, about destroying everything and all that good stuff?
Yeah, I mean, I would have passed it along.
So then would Luna be
I
willing
would-
to destroy the place if we sent her there?
Probably not.
I don't think she has the power to do that.
Well, if she hires a crew.
I don't know.
Because, I mean...
I hate to be that guy, but at the same point, that's also like taking Deimos's big plot and just throwing that to the wayside, you know?
That's kind of the problem with all of this, is that we're throwing somebody's plot out the window.
Well,
Neither one of
the
these
whole
are
point of this
jobs
is
that can be
you have to
handled.
pick. The whole point of this is you have to pick whose story do you want to go delve it into right now. Because you can basically go on a straight path of go up to I'm forgetting the name of the frost area now.
Frostlands?
You could go to Frostland, then bop down to Coastal Fire. You could cut through the desert, go to Coastal Fire, then come up to Frostland. It's up to you, but you got to choose one of the two, or you can completely ignore those two and go with Zagler's plan, because Zagler wants to go up to the mountains to do some trade with the dwarves.
That makes it easier for me. I'm kind of in that space where I would just auto side with him.
You can also talk to Zagler by, hey, Zagler, can we take the carriage here instead? Like, you can go to him and be like, hey, I'm the Draconian district, such and such. I kind of want to push my weight and be like, can we go here instead? So. It's up to you guys.
Deimos, seeing as you're the one present here and you have a mission and so does Dazzle, what would you say is the more I guess, which one do you think is of most importance Of course, I don't. I know you're gonna say your mother, but I would hope that
You might be surprised. I'll explain myself afterward. Deimos will look at you and Gelram and look at the vacant seat with which Dazzle has left. For all we know, Millie is still alive, could still be alive. My mother's spark is gone. I'm adamant on retrieving her body so the proper rites can be performed, but the lady seemed to indicate I might not wish to do that because apparently these former colleagues of hers might have done something. So, in the interest of protecting somebody else's spark to keep it from going out, I would say we try to help Dazzle find Millie first. Life needs to be protected. There's already been too much death.
I was hoping you would say that exact thing, and ultimately I would have sided with you. No offense to Dazzle, but I believe you would have made that choice regardless.
I personally want to go wherever the boss goes. Look, I ain't trying to say that y'all ain't important to me, because y'all are, but at the end of the day, I don't have any skin in any of this. Right now, my only concern is getting that Crucius fella to pay us back after all these months. But at this point, I'm happy to... My abstinence of this vote is not because I don't care, it's because I'm happy to do whatever. So long, of course, as I get to live long enough to raise my son and or daughter.
Now, if we go to this coastal fire, I'm sure there's things we can get done with, or there's things for this carriage that we can use there. It's not like it's unprofitable. Anywhere we go can be a profit.
Anywhere we go, we can send Luna to go find stuff.
She nods. Yeah, and if you find crypts or get any keeps or anything like that, she kind of like does like flexes her fingers. I can get my hands on just about anything. Make us all some real good money.
Now, the main question the main result we have to come to is right now, and we need to decide as a group, is this for sure what we want to do?
You see, what's his name? Sorry, let me get out.
Sagler?
Nope, not exactly. Hold on, let me get one of my employees for you real quick. Lunar. I believe this is the drow. This is the drow alchemist. She'll kind of pipe her head up a little bit. How are you wanting to get there, though, is the question. There's only two ways forward. Either you have to go north up to Fort Gorge and cross the the frozen part of the river, or you'd have to go all the way down through the desert. As you know, there's no bridges over the river anymore. Not since the war, anyways. So basically, she's put it to you. The only two ways is you either have to go up here. Let me give you the full world map just so we make this. I'll put it on territory maps. I'll make it a little bit better. Kind of scroll out a little bit. Your only two options are like basically go up where like the river that's near Fort Gorge, because that's usually froze over 99% of the time of the year, or you're gonna have to go down south underneath the river, underneath the basically the lake here, and then go through the desert down to the basically the coastal fire territory that is down here. So
Now, which would you recommend, I guess? Or does anybody have a recommendation of which one's better?
Didn't Crucius say he was in Clayton? Oh, that's how we'd get paid from him, is heading over that way.
you want to make a history check on that?
Sure, but I'm like 90% certain.
He said he has connections in the Clay area.
Yeah, so I guess that's more important, but my history's not going to net me anything with an 8.
You can't remember. Did he? Did he say he was going to be in the capital? You can't remember.
Well, if you're wanting connections to the Clays, you got one right here.
You go see your dad.
Yeah, that'll be a fucking awesome conversation. Sorry, Dad, I know what you sent me to do was this, but
I'm doing this. Aren't you proud?
Yeah, look at us go.
Let Dad know hands.
this is gonna be amazing.
It would be faster just to go that way. Honestly, the only thing I'm concerned about is the big black spot.
Yeah, and Deimos, you would know that is the wicked, that is known as the Black Sands.
Mm-hmm.
The only reason I'm letting you know about this is because you could do your thing of like go through the frost. Tro would be on the way. You would hit Tro first to get your information, but you don't know if Tro would lead you. The information you get that guy would take you more towards Coastal Fire, would take you away from Coastal Fire. You don't know if it would take you to another continent for all you know. So I'm just giving you options here. This episode, I thought Dazzle was going to be here. He's not, so it's a little lackluster on that. But this is basically going to be like a big conversation of like, okay, where are you going? And I can play any NPC with some like other opinions. So just let me know.
Above game, Deimos would have, although it's going to hurt him to do it, recommended we go to try and save somebody who could still be alive. Because, again, to him, all life needs to be saved anyway, if it can be. It's going to cause him emotional pain to do it, but he would recommend going to save somebody that could still be alive rather than force the whole group to come help him, just because it'll make him feel better.
Yeah.
While that kind of discussion is going on, I would, even though it's a long shot because I don't know where he is, I'm going to write a note to Crucius as to where we're going and like, hey, you promised us payment and connections, we want to talk to you soon and give it to Echo to send off.
Okay. I guess my big thing is because like this place doesn't use Draconia specifically doesn't use stamps, so they don't like have a like where are you sending things at? Are you sending it to a specific territory? Are you gonna send it to like a specific capital? You have a specific location like this inn in this town kind of thing.
As backwards as this is, he did say he was from Arachnia, and that will at least get the attention of somebody in Arachnia.
Yeah. I will also mention. Do you mention that out loud that like you're gonna send this to Arachnia or?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's send this to somewhere in Arachnia so that they know where Crucius is, what Crucius is doing, and what our involvement in that was.
You see, let's see, is Luna and then what's her brother's name? Twilight, I think is his name, right? Yeah, Twilight. Luna and Twilight. You kind of see Twilight's ears perk up. We have family in Widow's Tower. If anyone can get if anyone can get the mail out, send it to the Widow Tower looking for this man.
That's what I'll do then.
Alrighty. You kind of see it. Oh, God.
Am I able to give? And going around to try and get word to Tilson, Redscale, and the third Red Company,
Mm-hmm.
letting them know where we're gonna go, and if they need work or just would like to see action, they're welcome to join us there.
Want to get some extra mercenaries with you?
Mm-hmm. Extra eyes, just kind of.
I guess like my question is, are you trying to like get them to come with you to Coastal Fire, or what are you trying to do exactly?
I'm just trying to let them know where I'll be if they decide to go. That's
Alrighty.
up to them. If just a few want to go, I'm kind of wanting to maybe create a network.
No, I get what you're doing.
For myself.
Yeah,
and for
that's
them.
a really good idea. Roll me a persuasion with the letter, because I got a feeling like what we're planning to do is I'm gonna say this is over the span of like a few days.
Mm-hmm.
You know, just getting stuff set up, getting like provisions for traveling. Because at this point, I think we've got it. You guys are gonna stay with the carriage, so you're gonna have the carriage go to this location. And you're not gonna split up. So yeah, I'm gonna say this is going over a couple of days, like a few days. So if there's any big thing people want to try to get out of the way before you leave Rock Haven. So
I only got an 8, so.
Yeah, unfortunately, they want to stay in the capital, you know, because they're pushing for their own political stuff, and they're like, "Hey, we want to stay here and try what we do."
I would have.
We can see
said like later on if you decide to, we may still be there.
Do you? I guess. Do you tell them where you specifically think you're going?
Yes.
And where do you think you're going? I guess is my question.
As far as what I've been seeing is we're going to be going to Coastal Fire, but then what was the Frost one?
Frostlands.
Just Frostlands.
You would be going to Tro and Frostland, specifically.
What was it? Tro or Crow?
Tro.
Tro.
Tro. Okay.
Because like that's the one thing I'll put it to you too. The Frostland ones, you have a location, a specific location in the continent. The Coastal Fire, I guess, and it's not even, Coast Fire is the name of it, not Coastal. I keep calling it Coastal. It's Coast Fire.
Coastal Fire is such a cool name, though.
Yeah, I think we're just gonna change it to Coastal Fire. I'll change it on the map and stuff when I get a chance. Probably I never will, but anyways, you know, like you have a general location, an almost pinpoint location for Tro. Coastal Fire, it's like, hey, she could be anywhere, and it's almost a guarantee she will not be in the capital. So she's
Okay.
in the other city, maybe
So-
the other like backwoods town that takes gladiators.
Yeah.
So
And
it's
Gellum would
on you guys.
clarify that. Like Coastal Fire, we could wind up being anywhere, but as far as Frostlands, it's gonna be Tro, correct?
Yep, Tiaro. That's what I take it. Deimos. I take it you guys are kind of like talking amongst each other about this.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I would let them know like, hey, the next after Coastal Fire, after we do this mission of saving a life, we are gonna be in Tro, so it might be a option to expand what you guys are wanting to do for yourselves.
Alrighty. Yeah.
That's all the input I have on this big discussion so far. I do have something else to do with Alice later, but
I guess my big thing, I guess the only other thing we need to really get in cemented right now is so it's guaranteed we're going to Coastal Fire. Is that correct?
that's what it sounds like.
Yes.
How you guys want to get there? You want to go down through the desert, or you want to go up through the snowy area? Because the way the
Yeah.
Frostland one works, you can just cut through the ice up there and then immediately cut down into Sylvanus.
I say you should just call on us for a vote.
You guys want to do that with just the four of you?
Sure.
Alrighty, I'm gonna give you guys a minute to think about it. Alright? Think over what you want. Alrighty. Chaos? Chaos.
I think you're muted, bud.
Oof.
You might have had
Or
to
his
step
internet's
away.
acting up.
Oh, he might have.
You
Alright,
can
then,
ask him again.
alright, we'll go back in a minute. Trucker, what's your opinion? What's your decision?
I say go through the desert, but not go through the bad part of the desert.
Fair enough. Mayor, your decision?
I follow Trucker. We skirt the Black Sands and make our way to Clayton, and then go to your fire.
Alrighty. Marky Mark, your decision?
So, Ingelerum only would want to go through the frost because he feels like he would be more adept in it, seeing as I am a white.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. I get that.
Uh,
Chaos, are you back?
Hold on, let me try something.
message. Say hello.
Happy to
Guten,
hope his internet didn't crap out on him again.
guten Abend.
I'm gonna just toss up the intermission. We can probably just take a teeny
Yeah.
break.
Teeny weeny break, folks. We'll be around more. We might be having internet issues on Chaos's. And again, well, apologies. Also, sorry for the energy. If the energy seems a little lacking, guys, we're all just dead. We've all been, working and driving and stuff like that. We're trying to do our best. We really are. So, apologies.
It's been a long day. I've been up since 4 Central.
Well, and we've been not only that, but I mean, this is more of a serious. We need to discuss things, so it's hard to do this in character, and it's hard to be super energetic about this since it's so damn serious.
Yeah, extremely. And it's like, hey, we're not all here, so we're cutting some people immediately. It's like, they should be here for this, but they can't be,
Just two things that I want to reiterate since we're on a second break here. Like I said, TW, I'm serious. If you can find a way to contact me or leave a comment on this video when it airs, to find a way to contact you, please do so. And as always, we are sponsored by Martin Mancini. The link to his website is down below. We've got 4 great books and a 5th on the way. So let's go read. Reading's good.
It is very good for you.
Oh, Mark, we didn't get to hear much from you because of you were a little late. How have you been today?
Pretty good. Busy, but pretty good. Been
Glad.
working since 8, pretty much.
I've been working. I worked 11 to 4. I was supposed to be working 11 to 7, but I found somebody to cover my shift, and then I don't know. It's just tomorrow I have to go back, which is not normal, so I gotta try to cram all of my day in a short amount of time tomorrow, which sucks. Fun fact, uploading episode 30 was a pain in the ass. YouTube was super slow for some reason.
Really?
Yeah, it was like almost 20 minutes more than it's ever taken. Yeah, that answers that. That was chaos finally dropping.
His internet must have fully crashed or something.
Internet.
He was experiencing some pretty bad
Yeah.
stuff before we got started, so I was kind of thinking that might have been the case.
Yeah. Well, I guess I don't go to him for a little bit. Let's see if he ever gets it fixed. But
I mean, we could flash back to this when he comes back, and we can do our individual stuff quick.
yeah, let's do the individual stuff, and then I think it sounds like, as much as I hate to do this, it sounds like just for majority, or going through the desert. Because I wanted to get this out of the way now, before anything comes up in my real life that would bog me down, so I can have it written in stone and know what I'm doing continuing. So I hate to be that guy, but it does sound like we're going through the desert. So
Yeah, probably.
Probably.
Yeah.
So I'm sure everybody else doesn't like the winter besides in Galeron.
I can adapt to any circumstance because I've got that glamour clothing, so I can literally just say, okay, hot area clothing, go, or cold area clothing, go.
Yeah.
I mean, my joints might freeze depending on how mean Flame wants to be about it.
Right.
But
It's all concepts. It's all Constitution saving throws.
Put the intermission back up if we're still talking quick.
I think we're back. By now, are we ready?
You know what we never got from the sewers?
What?
That horned rat.
We did get.
Yeah, you did.
We got the
Oh, we
horn.
did.
yeah, we did. We bought a horn.
Oh, this reminds me of a couple. I just realized I posted this in the chat earlier today, but we never went over with it. So you guys got the 2 items from that ship. One of them was the
Oh yeah.
one of them was the dual like compass-looking wristband things. I don't know that both Mark and Mayor, you both wanted those, correct?
No, I'm also full up on attunement, so I can't do anything with that.
I mean, am I full up on attunements? I have the
Let me check to see if it's
I don't have any attuned items, but I don't think either one of them would do anything for me.
Let me check with the tuned item real quick.
By the way, Mark, did you get what I sent you?
The ID card or what?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I like it.
Me too. It's great.
The only thing
He has that sewn in on the inside of his jacket.
well, the way that I've got some of these worked up is that your little comm link is going to have your number on it, and then if somebody wants to, they can pull up your number. But
No, this item does not need attunement.
I mean,
Oh, that's good.
I'd be interested in it.
Okay. Yeah, these compass-like mechanisms on top of these matching leather bracelet remains motionless until each bracelet is worn by a different creature. While they worn, each compass points in the direction of the matching band. It doesn't indicate height or depth. The compass spins wildly if the two bands are worn on different planes of existence. So, do you both still want those?
I would take, if nobody else wants them, I'd take both, put one on myself, and then I would give one to, let me go to my notes here.
Sheep's here now.
Yeah, I'm aware.
Okay.
Oh, the little girl on the wagon.
Solly.
am
Oh, Solace?
Solace.
Yeah.
The toughest naming scheme in the whole game. Two family members with the exact same sounding name.
Yeah, I shot myself in the foot with it, but I'm gonna
I
keep
would
that.
I would give her one, and
have the other one on you.
yes.
Mayor, do you oppose to this?
Nope.
Alrighty.
What do these do again?
They point towards each other.
Ah, okay. So
Shit,
the scariest kid ever who can almost legitimately take care of herself. You want to make sure where she is so she can't sneak up on you.
No,
Yeah.
it's more so I know she'll enjoy wearing this. I think. And I don't need to tell her what it does.
Uncle Aggie.
Uncle Galrum, I love it. It's still not gonna hide you from me.
See, I got it in my head that she'll call him Uncle Angle, the German word for angel.
Kurt Angle.
He's Kurt Angle. Oh, God.
Dun, 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 dun.
This really is turning into a True Bands episode. Well, it doesn't look like Chaos is going to be coming back. I think his internet is gone kaput. Sheep, can you speak?
Yes.
Okay, welcome, buddy. Welcome.
It's obvious you don't have the same provider Chaos does.
Well,
I was busy helping my parents with putting away chickens.
it's quite all right, buddy. You did miss a bunch. To summarize it, you learn that Millie is no longer in prison. She was basically put on a cart and sent to Coastal Fire to be sold as a gladiatorial criminal, for lack of a better term. Coastal Fire has a lot of gladiatory pits where other countries and other stuff will send their criminals and just say, "Hey, we can't house them, we can't hold them." They send them to Coastal Fire. Coastal Fire will pay a small fee to them and be like, "All right, we'll take your criminal." While they put them in the field, the mines, or the coliseums. It has become very common with criminals and smuggling rings to basically slap a small or large charge on the person, fake the documents very well to the point where unless the high officials really scrutinizing these things, it's gonna pass no matter what. You got information that these Holrick brothers, they could care less about her. All they wanted was Hops, because Hops was a noble's son. They immediately slapped some small but still serious charge on her because she was a wild mage, and sent her on a cart 2.5 weeks ago towards Coastal Fire. I had your character basically come to the guys and say, "Hey, I want us to go to Coastal Fire and try to find Millie." Deimos came out with his own information, and after some deliberation, you guys have decided to make your way towards Coastal Fire, and right now you're just deciding if you want to take a northern passage, which will make you go up towards the Frostlands to the north and pass a frozen river, or if you want to make way through the desert into Coastal Fire. So which way would Dazzle Booper be more likely to want to go? To the
Uh,
desert or
Da-
to the frosted areas?
Dazzle Booper would probably be much more comfortable traveling through the desert.
Okay, I figured, but I didn't want to, assume. Okay, yeah, you guys basically got 3 days. It's 3 days of deliberation between this, getting any supplies you need before the carriage sets out. In Gelrum, you had something you wanted to do. Hopes, you had something you wanted to do. Damos, did you have something you wanted to do?
No.
Okay. Dazzle, is there anything Dazzle wants to do in those 3 days before you guys set out?
Dazzle Booper would actually want to go to
Go to what?
the training room.
Alrighty. I will let you know the training doll is still not fixed from when Engelrum broke it.
Okay.
You just want to spend your days there training, or what do you want to do?
Pretty much.
Alrighty. I'm gonna kind of waive the the whole training aspect of like you need a roll for this. We're gonna jump to Hope. What are you trying to do in these 3 days?
I'm going to go talk to Alice first.
Okay.
For the sake of brevity, I will have informed Damos, hey, I need bullets during the 3 days of deliberation.
Okay.
But I will find Alice right now.
Alrighty. Y'all are in your room. I'll say that.
I will hand her a piece of paper that has... oops, that's the wrong thing that I have copy and pasted. I gotta go copy it quick. It'll be like 5 seconds, but I will look at her and go, wife of mine?
Yes.
I had an hour before I was supposed to go talk to go talk to Scorpus's brother, who I finally found, which was good, but I worked on something and I want you to read it. And I will hand her a piece of paper, and this is what I'll explain that I was doing during my downtime. My hour of downtime.
So, to the listeners, he's just handed her a list of names for children. Several names for boys and several names for girls.
Do you want me to read all of them off, or?
Yeah, I'll have you do it in Hoax's voice.
Do you want
Audience gets to vote, baby.
No. That was
Yeah.
Come on.
Really?
No, it'll be a subscribe star tier. Gotta be first level tier.
That's one person.
Yeah, so.
I think we should open it up to the YouTube comments at least.
Whoa, is somebody
two
afraid
people.
of the name that's going to be chosen?
No, I just want to have maximum amount of coverage just to see if we can start a discussion in the comments. But, yeah, it will just say on the paper, Hoax's children, boy, Saul Joseph Bradshaw, boy, Warden Joseph Bradshaw, Don Vincent Bradshaw, or Horace Joseph Bradshaw, and then underneath it it'll say girl, Ophelia Dare Bradshaw, Australia Penelope Bradshaw, Venice Alice Bradshaw, or Winona Alice Bradshaw.
I like the Winona. Alice says.
I was partial to that or Australia personally, but what about the boys? What are you thinking?
I like Boris.
I do too.
Maybe he'll eventually do something that could be classified as a heresy.
Oh, just you wait until Athos. That's all I'm going to say.
God, dude, I'm reading the books right now. Fudge.
I've been wanting to get the books, but they're hard to find.
Audio.
They're on Audible.
Audible
Well,
has like all of
yeah,
them, dude.
That's true.
I know. You don't want to listen. You want to read. I get it, man.
Amazon will have them.
I probably should get audio if I'm gonna listen. If I'm really gonna get into reading the books and
Yeah,
understand it.
it's your
'Cause me
biggest
and
thing.
reading aren't the best friends.
Yeah, I'm doing the Horus Heresy series. Anyways, we're going really off track. All right, is that it?
Yeah, I'll just kind of sit with her and see how she's doing.
Okay. In Gelram, what is it he was wanting to do? Is it just talking to those soldiers?
That, and I would want to work on my dual wielding.
All right. Okay. So then I'm gonna say in the next 3 days, hoax between Deimos and John and Iron Chin or Ironbeard, you will get 30 more regular bullets.
Tight.
Other than that, I'm gonna say for the sake of Revi, you guys get supplies. Do you guys want to get desert clothing as well? Just say you get it.
Wouldn't affect me.
I would
don't need it.
definitely need some, I think, wouldn't I?
Yeah. Yes. I mean, are you sure you don't want to get it, Deimos?
Doesn't hurt
I
that.
mean, all of my joints are covered up with my armor, so
Are you
Yeah, but dust
are
gets
you
everywhere.
sure? Are you absolutely sure? I'm asking you now. I'm trying to be nice.
I mean, it's territory I'm used to.
Okay.
So I mean,
I'm
didn't
not
have
forced.
it-
It's up to you.
if I didn't have desert clothes the first time, then
I mean, that's on you.
and I get.
Would you say you already have some?
I mean, I do have clothes, so I guess we could flavor it to be those clothes are my clothes from the desert anyway.
All right, you want to say you already have desert attire?
Sure.
Okay. Is Dazzle Boober also going to get some desert attire as well?
I was, yeah. It's been a while since he has. So yeah, he'll basically get a set.
All right, I'm going to say both Vincent and Engelrum, or Vincent and
Lucian and Engelrum.
Lu-
Or Lucian and Crow.
Lucy and Crow, yeah. Shows that Chaos is online. I don't know.
I think that's a glitch because I've seen you online 100 times and you never were.
Yeah, good point. But yeah, all right. I'll say you guys get those just for the sake of brevity.
Yeah, I can just command
now-
that my clothes be desert clothes.
And now comes a new little thing I've been doing my work and my research on: exploration. Now it's a little hybrid because you guys have the fudging cart.
Okay.
Mm.
But here
So
comes
the-
the fun part. Where do you want to stop? Because there is a town you can stop that's just before the border.
I'd like to stop at Clayton.
I had to figure you want to stop at Clayton, but there is a town you can stop just before the border that a certain Pixie Salamander is really familiar in.
Yeah, I do need to break the news. Well,
Do we want to stop there? That is a 6-day journey. If you wish to stop there. After that, you go into the desert, and you don't know when or where you'll stop.
I'm not opposed to stopping at all.
I have no strong feelings whatsoever on it.
It's up to you guys. I'm not gonna force you to do anything. I need yes or no's, people. I got a yes from Dazzle. I've got a maybe for some others. I need at least one more answer.
I would say stop just so I can get everybody familiar with what they're going to be dealing with once we get into the desert.
Alrighty.
Doesn't hurt to stop.
And then let me go ahead and describe Dazzle Booper's lovely little town. Dazzle, you in a few days to come, you explain to people like, oh, it's a quaint little, it's a quaint little farming village. You remember Tom? You remember Farmer Tom, the dairy lady, the kids that always run around. It's just a small, tight knit little farming community. It's a nice, quaint little village. But when the carriage stops and you get outside, you see you're not near the town. You're probably a good, I'd say 50 yards off. And even from 50 yards, you can see several little plumes of smoke coming off it. It doesn't look like raging fires or anything, but it seems like several campfires. More campfires than you remember that town being able to hold, with the number of people that are being there. And the reason why you stopped, as you see there is a lot of people as you guys start getting close. 100, 200, 500, maybe 1,000. Way more than this itty-bitty town could ever hold. And these people, the people you see, are of the Prism military. They seem to be of different colors: the reds, greens, black, yellow, gold, silver, bronze. But they all seem to be wearing the insignia of the Prism military. As the cart's gonna kind of just mosey on in. You aren't stopped by a checkpoint or anything before the cart will stop and on the side of the area. No, but you're getting like looks, like passerbys are like, oh, that's new. You see some like the military guys out there setting up blockades or barricades that would lead into what you would know as the desert. You see them setting up walls that side, but from the side that would lead into Prism and stuff, there's no blockade or anything. You're not stopped. You're not detained. You're not like, hey, show us you're ready. You're allowed to just come right into town. But yeah, this place is packed with soldiers of all sorts of make. What do you not do?
Dazzle Booper will try to find the sheriff's office, since Lily's mom was the sheriff.
Hey, if I remember correctly, you did mention that Millie's mom has not been seen in a while, correct?
I didn't. But
I believe.
no.
Did I get my notes wrong? Let me check. Then I must be getting that wrong. Ignore that. Does anybody go with Dazzle Booper?
Sure.
I would.
I'm going to do the redneck thing with any trailer and just set up a chair outside and sit with Zolo.
Seeing as we all see that this place is
Bustling, yes.
but everything's peaceful, right? Like
It's the kind of like where you can. It's like you're kind of like at a
just
military base.
overcrowding.
Yeah, it's overcrowded. You're at a military base. There's a lot of people going around. A lot of people setting up some soldiers training, barricades, stuff like that. But it doesn't seem like anyone's hostile or picking fights or anything. No.
Just real quick, the guys that are training, like, what kind of vibe do I get off of them? Like, are they, do they look versed or very untrained?
These look like your standard, well-trained Prism military.
Okay, just wanted to make sure.
These aren't like new recruits or anything. These are definitely like had their time in the sun. They've been training for a while. They're just here to make sure they're not getting rusty. Kind of training right now.
This isn't like this is kind of like a forward base, not a back of the line base.
Yeah, this is probably like you'd say front line kind of barricade type thing.
If I get a chance, can I ask them what they may be doing here?
Do you wanna like split off from the group that's going towards the sheriff's office?
No, but if there's a guard outside the sheriff's office or any kind of guard close by, I just wanna kind of quickly gauge why they may be here.
Yeah, no, I'll let you know. I will say outside what would be like a little sheriff's office, there is a couple guards. There are two blue dragonborns standing at attention outside the guards gate. All right, outside the sheriff's office.
I would salute them and then, a kobold salute.
Yeah.
And then proceed to just ask them. Now, it seems you guys have built some sort of forward camp. Is there any reason to use this place as a camp?
Roll a persuasion with advantage because of your military background. It's not like every soldier knows you. They just might realize you're military, but not realize you are.
13.
You see one of them kind of like sigh, kind of take a drag of a cig real quick. Knoll raiding. There's been a lot of gnolls from the desert raiding caravans and stuff, and they've been getting ballsy and coming attacking on our land. We've been set up to drive any gnolls that try to come into our territory out. Also, give protection to any caravans trying to make it over to the Arachnia. You lot a caravan group?
Yeah, and we're going inside right now. Is your commanding officer in here?
Yeah. The general took over for the sheriff.
Do you know whether or not he might take some help? Our group is pretty well versed in taking care of threats.
I couldn't tell you. You'd have to ask him when you go in.
I understand.
Alrighty. You lot head on in, and sitting at the sheriff's desk, look to be going over paperwork, you see a bronze scale dragonborn.
Excuse me.
Yes. What can I do you for?
I was looking for the sheriff piece part.
I'm in charge right now. What do you need?
Well, I was hoping to see her, but I was wanting to file a missing person.
You see him kind of like put down some paperwork. We'll reach into his desk, pull out another stack of paper. Okay, go ahead and file the missing person's report. You see him pull out a quill. What's their name?
Well, it was actually names, plural. There's one, just trying to recall what, Hops's full name was.
You had trouble with this last time to the point where you didn't even say it.
Well, the thing is, I could have sworn it was written in chat. The chat room.
I have no idea. I mean, I will let you know this. Hops and Millie are not together.
I know. It's just he is effectively putting down at least Hops' full name.
Yeah.
And on the second paper he would basically put Millie's full name.
Okay. He'll write that down. How long have they been missing for?
Well, they had been missing for almost a week now? Maybe 2?
2 to 3.
Roughly 2 to 3 weeks.
Are they both members of this village?
The girl is.
Okay.
man is of noble status.
And you seem kind of like blink and look up for a second. And they were taken from this village.
No, they were taken from the capital, I think.
Okay. Son, with all due respect, why didn't you file this in the capital?
I didn't know about it at the time, but I didn't know about it until a week ago. But at that time, I was away.
Okay.
Can I tell that this commander is under a lot of stress because of the gnolls or because of other stuff as well?
Intelligence?
Oof.
I'm gonna say intelligence.
Let's see. That was a 2.
Little column A, little column B. You're not sure. It sounds like they're dealing with raids and other stuff, so it's like he's probably got his hands full with paperwork all the time.
I want to put a hand on Dazzle and just kind of step forward and now Dazzle, this commander here, he's got quite a few men out there that are trying to protect these roads, and it seems that these gnolls are getting luckier than they should be. And this is just me saying, but if we were to maybe help out him, he might be able to more formally take in your request.
Okay.
Am I wrong, Commander?
You seem like kind of like look up at you for a second. I take it you're not the mercenaries we sent for, but you are mercenaries or adventurers?
Adventurers, I'd say, and pretty well versed at taking things out.
Well, how briefed on the situation are you lot, if you don't mind me asking?
Well, we know just as much as you told us.
More or less just what your soldiers told me as I was walking in. Seems you've had a null problem for quite a while.
Yes.
But,
ever since the conflict between the Clays and the Ancient Blue, apparently Clay has told the Knoll tribes here that he's been able to conquer. They are free to attack any caravan that does not bear his clan's mark. So we've been dealing with that for quite some time.
I kind of want to. Well, never mind. Do you have any idea where these gnolls are primarily coming from? Like a main outpost of sorts for themselves?
If I had to make a guess, they might be working with the roaming orcs. Apparently Clay has also conquered them. They've been attacking any caravan that tries to go near the waters, goes anywhere near the Black Sands, or goes anywhere near the Iraqian border. Damos, you're there, right?
Yeah.
Okay, just making sure.
Been standing here the whole time. Got the tabard on and everything.
Yeah.
No, from the looks of it, my best game plan moving forward is that Deimos, you'd probably need to man the outside of the carriage, seeing as though you're the closest thing to Clan's banner that we have.
You see him kind of look over to Deimos. Yeah, so you
Okay.
jot something down.
Now, before you jump to any conclusions, there might be a few things
Here-
going on
Here
more
it
than
comes.
you may know yourself. As I like to say it, when word travels, things get distorted.
As I said, I doubt you are the mercenaries that we sent for. But if you would clear out the gnolls, we would pay you. We would want proof of their dead. A head for each of the gnolls you kill.
Could I see what he wrote down once he looked at me, or is that even possible?
Perception?
Because it's going to be hilarious if I can see it. I don't think a 10's going to do it.
I was
7
also
plus
gonna say-
3.
I was also going to say, what languages do you know?
What's that?
I was going to say, what?
Languages?
Yeah.
Common and whatever the Clays speak if they taught it to me.
You wouldn't even know what he would have written then, or written then either.
Great.
You do not see what he has written. You do not.
Oh no. Um,
It's probably
I-
going to be something insensitive.
I don't think taking out these gnolls should be too much of an issue for our group here. We will try to do best we can.
If you run into orcs as well, we would pay handsomely for their heads as well.
Oh, do you happen to know where the sheriff now technically resides?
Not really. Check the tavern. That's where most of the remaining village folks still stay. We sent most of them to the capital, paid and such, as we did take over their town. But I believe there's a couple old men that refuse to leave that still live here.
Dazzlebooper will kind of just take a moment about hearing them just saying "take over" and nod, and then he'll begin to make his way to that tavern.
Anyone else joining them?
I would want to patrol the edges of this small town and try and come up with I want to kind of survey, or maybe actually I want to go to the wagon and talk to our what is she called? Our explorer, and see if we can't get some scouting done.
Luna? Yeah.
Yes, Luna.
Or not. Yeah, that's Luna. Right? Salvager, yeah, Luna. Yeah, sure. You're going back to the cart. Chaos or Mayor, you're already at the cart.
I would
want to
like-
go talk to AP.
You want to go talk to AP?
I would
Who's
let
all
David
going?
go.
Who's all going where? Deimos, where are you going?
I'm just gonna stick with. Sorry, I'm sticking with Dazzlebooper.
Okay.
Since
And how
he
about-
seems to need somebody right now.
And how about you, Lucian? Where are you going, buddy? Chaos, are you back?
Chaos?
I'm back. So I'm back. Sorry about that.
Where are you heading, buddy?
I want to give him an idea of where we're at, kind of specifically. I don't know how long he's been back.
Where's the group headed?
They're splitting. Deimos and Dazzle heading to a specific bar, while the rest of them are heading back to the cart.
Alright, hold on. I'm gonna need to do an odds and evens for this one. Evens, not going.
Not going where, bud?
He's
Confused.
going to the carriage. He's not going out to the bar.
Okay. You'll back to the carriage. Alrighty, we're gonna talk with Hoax. You're doing to go talk to AP, correct?
Yes.
Alright, they are in the library currently, like, poring over those tomes, or those journals they got.
Hello?
Yeah, what do you need? Sorry. See, she's kind of puffy-eyed. She looks pretty tired.
What do you know about Coastal Fire?
Not a whole lot. It was never really my area of expertise. What are you wanting to know about it exactly?
I want to know where all the tombs and oddities are so we can send Luna to make some money.
Let's see. She kind of closes up the books and goes looking for a couple. Coastal fire. Okay. Let's see. There was a few naval battles near its coast. There's a lot of sea wreckage, so if you can go underwater, you could get stuff out there. There are the 2 islands off the coast of it as well. Was once known for piracy, but I don't think it's that much anymore. Now they're just more a couple coastal islands. Coastal Fire is said to have a couple of underground caverns near the northeast, where the Fort Cove is, near the these are kind of like scrunching her brain trying to think of the name. Near the Wasteland Reservoir, or the Wasteland Coast, so to speak. There's supposed to be some underwater caverns that have unknown treasures and monsters.
Alright, new question.
Yes.
What on earth is this changeling kingdom I've heard so much about? And am I, in fact, the undisputed king of the changelings because I've declared myself so? Or is that still around?
I mean, I guess that kind of the same as like a human just stepping up and saying, "Hey, I declare myself the undisputed king of the humans." But I could do some research on this changeling kingdom if you want me to.
Yeah.
It's gonna take a couple days.
That works for me.
Alrighty. I've signed up AP to go look up for information on the changeling kingdom that's supposedly no longer around.
And now I will go and like steal a chair and go do the hillbilly thing of sitting next to Toxic Breath and just kind of like screwing around outside like it's an RV park.
You catch him in the middle of smoking a cigarette.
Just hang out with him. That's
He kind of does this thing like, "Oh shit, an adult." Then he realizes, "Oh, you're not gonna give him shit," so he just keeps smoking.
That's crazy, man. You ever try the Angel Way?
No, what's that?
It's oh man, it's crazy. It's like it takes you to this place that is like this warm love that's connected to everything.
You got any on you?
I do, but I don't know if. I mean, it's a lot, and you're supposed to be on guard duty right now.
Come on, man. I'm a dragon. I can take it.
How about you come back to me around nighttime when you ain't supposed to be guarding nothing?
Oh, come on, Hoax. I thought you were cool.
I'm the coolest, but I also like to live.
No,
Out
you're
here
not gonna
creating.
die if we have a couple tokes. Come
Oh, I
on.
can't be
He's
doing
out here
it.
creating addicts.
I can't be doing it again so
No.
soon. The weird machine creatures was telling me that I'm not allowed back for at least 48 hours.
I won't tell anybody. Come on, Uncle Hoax.
Uncle Hoax says when it's time for bed. I'm strict but fair.
Fuck it, I'm gonna use this kid's persuasion. Nat 20!
What is
He
this?
gives you like the most
You-
puppy. He gives you like the most puppy dog eyes
What
in
is
the
it?
world.
What is it to beat this?
Oh, that was a nat 20.
Oh,
You need a
no.
41.
Well,
Ew.
if you take the raw number that I rolled and were dyslexic, I'd meet it.
This man's out here
Look,
creating
it's up to you,
addicts.
man. It's up to you. Do you want to give it to him with that nat 20 persuasion?
I can't,
Oh.
dude. We have to be guarding right now. I promised him nighttime. I will give this to you if you promise to smoke it at night when you ain't
Okay.
on duty.
I'm the only one who's ever on duty.
That ain't true. I'm always doing stuff. I'm creating a family. I'm researching things. Well, making other people research things, and
I mean,
Dude, look, man, he's trying to get. That's all I'm gonna say.
what do you got?
Should say.
All right, you
You ask him what he's got to trade?
Yeah, what do you got to trade for it, and I'll give it to you at night.
Well, I mean, if we trade, I want to trade right now.
We'll trade at nighttime. You don't have to give it to me now.
But you said we should trade. I want to trade now. You know.
He's
Aren't you
got-
supposed to be building wealth right now?
I mean, I'm the dragon of y'all's horde. I build wealth when you build wealth.
Oh, so you're trying to capitalism me, are you?
No, besides, this will help us build wealth. I promise.
You know what? He is a dragon, and this is getting old, so here you go.
Okay, he will trade you a vial of like this pinkish green liquid. It's real small. It's like an eyedropper vial. It's like you drop that on a spoon and you heat it up and you inhale the vapors.
Hoax looks like, what the fuck is the matter with you?
He immediately lights up the angel wing cigarette you gave him and just.
That's crazy, man.
Hey man.
Yeah, what's up?
Do you think the reason they call it sand is because it's between the sea and land?
I think they
My
call.
God.
I think you're on to something, but you should. What are you seeing right now?
He's gonna hand you a toke, by the way. He's a proper lad. He'll hand you some. You
Hoax
take a
is,
toke.
No, Hoax is like, no. Remember, the machine people told me I ain't allowed back for 48 hours.
Oh, alright, I'll smoke this for both of us.
Fuck's sake.
You see him take one more long toke and he like completely inhales the rest of it.
Oh, my.
Did you Google shower thoughts to get to that one?
Now, you might.
Yes.
No, I didn't actually. That one came to me on my first ever trips. You know what? Fuck off.
So
so it was a personal shower thought.
how you?
I'll shower thought you all.
How you doing?
Let me roll for the dragon boy.
He sobers up like that.
Are you out there around Saturn, my guy?
Oh, there's no Saturn here.
Yeah, which would make it even more impressive.
I can see an ocean planet in the distance.
Look at all those chickens.
There better not be any no damn chickens. I'll banish
Okay.
those chickens.
I smell like beef.
Alright. Here's the test to see if you're gonna screw me over. I'm going to sneak attack. I'm gonna throw a punch at him to see if he can properly guard.
Does a 32 hit you?
Yeah, I would assume so.
You feel a dragon tail catch you right at the side of the head and knock you off the cart. As he kind of like spins and slaps you at the same time you're swinging at him.
All right, I was
And he
just,
goes, roundhouse.
um,
And does like a shitty karate stance.
I was just checking your reflexes to make sure that you're good. You're good. You're good.
Did you just make a roadhouse joke?
Yeah, road.
By the way, and Gelrum and Lucian, it's about this time that you guys make your way to the cart and you just see this transpire.
I'll dust myself off.
I will say this. Zolo is now doing like mall karate with his shirt off on top of the carriage.
I'm gonna join him because this looks fun as hell.
Oh, why does this remind me of a shitty movie? I can't think of the name of it. Can't think of it. But yeah, but now there's two men, one grown, like one 21-year-old, one 16-year-old in dragon years on the top of a carriage doing mall karate.
Yeah, can we synchronize like we're doing it at the same time in the same direction and shit?
It's like the trailer park karate kid.
Yeah, I want this to be like super synchronized.
Wax
Like,
on,
make it
wax
look
off.
ridiculous.
That's why I love this game.
Hoax is too deep into the hype. He's like, fuck yeah, this is gonna be fun. Guard duty's the best. No wonder Engelrum's doing this all the time.
Hoax got secondhand smoke and is having a little too much fun with it. Okay. Back to topic. Dazzle and Deimos, you guys make your way into the bar. It's basically empty, but except for two old men. They kind of got the run of the place. Dazzle, you immediately recognize these two old gents. One of them is a human that you know is Farmer Tom, a 65-year-old human farmer. He's piss and vinegar, real just salt of the earth. He's that kind of old man where it's like, look, I'm going to do it. You ain't going to stop me. The only way I'm going to stop doing what I'm doing is if I'm dead. And then there is there's another one by the name of Tim, and he's a cattle farmer. Both human males. Tom and Tim.
Tim?
Eh? Oh, Dad! I'll be a son of a bitch. Is that really little Dazzle?
Yeah, been a while.
When the fuck did you get wings? You finally hit puberty?
Not exactly.
Your voice hasn't dropped, so I'd say you haven't. Hey,
Oof.
Tom, get some hard stuff. You see him like hold his head up a little bit. He's plastered too. It's the glow boy.
Yeah.
What are you doing here?
Well, I was hoping to come across the sheriff.
Ah, shit. I haven't seen her in what? You see him start counting on his fingers, and he'll hold up both his hands, just like something like this, man. Yeah. I don't know. Whenever those fucking dragon people came in.
Okay.
And those damn gnolls.
Huh? I've been hearing about that lately.
They got Betsy. She was a good cow.
She
They killed
was.
Betsy. She was me pride and joy, Dazzle.
She was a good cow. She lasted far longer than most cows her age should have.
And her milk was sweeter than anything else. And she was better than my wife. She didn't bitch at me like the old hag did.
Good Lord.
I miss Betsy. One of them damn gnolls got her.
Just pats his back.
He's like just a drunk crying into his cup now.
Mhm. And after and seeing as though he hasn't had any luck finding the sheriff, he's probably gonna go visit her and Millie's old house.
All right. You would know the house is a little ways towards like the outskirts of town. It's a little ways out. Like you can see the town from the house, but it's kind of off in the distance. And as you get close to the house, you can see the front door has like been ripped off. It looks like any window that was on there has been shattered out. And as you get like to the front door, you can see the interior of the house is ransacked. There are large scratch marks. Any furniture has been ripped to shreds. Anything of food or value has been long gone or just completely consumed.
Now, you said that these ransackings have sort of bestial markings, bestial claw marks.
Yes, like large, giant claw marks.
Does any of this look familiar to you, Dazzle?
Well, this is their house, but something came by and ransacked it. Came by and ransacked. Can I? What would I need to roll to discern whether these large bestial claw marks are actually bestial or draconic in nature?
So that is. I'm trying to think what that would be.
Investigation,
Yeah,
maybe?
survival. I'd say survival to like survival or medicine to like determine like what made it. You know, I'd say medicine.
All right.
Definitely medicine to be like what species of this made it.
Was it the cow?
Yeah, it was definitely the cow.
You
So
talk shit on Betsy. She was the best thing that ever happened in my life.
that was a 17.
This looks definitely humanoid in nature, humanoid claw of some kind, like a claw-like creature. You do also see some weapon marks, blades of some sort.
Right? The looks of it, there's a combination of the weapons as well as claw. Claws seem more akin to don't chronic, so this looks to be a raid for the play.
I never came out to this part. Is there anything in the area that could do this?
You guys want to make intelligence checks?
Yeah, why not?
Sure. Straight intelligence?
Yep.
That would be a 15.
Oh, ugh. 9.
Dazzle, he did say there have been some null raids on this area as of late. Like they're getting balls enough to come into the town and come attack areas near the town. This could have been a null raid. This could have been a couple of gnolls coming in looking for shit, just wrecking shop and trying to find shit.
That might have been part of those null raids I've been hearing about. Raids.
Would
Yeah,
I?
that-
Would I have come across those before?
The Knolls?
Yeah.
I'm gonna say no. You never dealt with them. You weren't really a part of like the warrior aspect of the tribe. You were one of more of the craftsmen, and on your way to the capital, by then Jared would have already basically tamed, for lack of a term, the Knolls and a lot of orc tribes. So none of them would have fucked with you.
I don't have much experience with them, Dazzle. I'm sorry.
Well, looks like we're gonna have to. Oh. Like Dazzle Booper is very clearly kind of just. You see a lot of fury and fatigue as he's feeling like these past couple weeks have just been the absolute worst for him.
Yeah.
And
That's understandable.
and he heads into the backyard to see the sort of maybe if the 20-foot shed, the 20-foot tool shed that he lit that was kind of converted into a house for him.
Yeah.
I assume it's in a similar condition.
Actually, no. There is a heavy padlock on the front of it that has like scratch marks, and there's scratches on the wall, scratches on the door. You would know there wasn't really a glass window for you to see out of that thing, so no, as far as you can tell, nothing can get into it. You could check to see if maybe somebody got into it somehow, but from the looks of it from the outside, nothing's got in, but it still looks locked up.
Looks odd. There was never really a lock.
Maybe they locked it up to keep it safe. Did you leave anything in there?
Uh, the most was just whatever belongings I accumulated before joining Mr. Zagler's band, and the so the kind of thing of most importance was just at least maybe 5 more vials of that of a certain ash that came with me when I came into the world. There was at least maybe a pound of it that came with me. They're all in vials inside.
Do you need to retrieve it?
At least one of them.
So it's not your lock. You think they mind if I break it?
Oh, seems as though we're kind of in a state where things aren't really gonna matter. It's not really gonna matter much. After all, this technically was. I'm technically one of the property owners, so I'm giving you consent.
Fair enough. I'm just gonna, wrench this lock open.
Make me an athletics check, please.
This is a Master Lock
Awesome.
model 17. This is a Master
And I'm
Lock
gonna
40. You can open it with
I'm
a
gonna
nut
use
Master
it
Lock
with another
40.
master lock. Yeah, just smack it.
I was
That's
waiting
a
for
15.
that.
That's a 15 on the die plus 6 for a 21.
You know, you're like, oh god, how do I want to do this? Pull out another lock, break that lock.
If you've never seen those videos, they're hilarious.
His shit is funny. I love it.
Yeah, my personal favorite are actually kind of the cool ones where he kind of throws a sharpened speed square at like targets and whatnot.
Yeah, I
I know
love the
exactly what
square
you're talking about.
too.
I like it
Alrighty.
when it misses and it makes that ping noise, and then he catches it and does it again and nails it. That's
Alright.
21.
Yeah, you just break that off. The chains fall limp, and yeah, it's unlocked now.
Well, whoever made the lock didn't know how to harden and temper the steel, but that's fine.
You want to make an intelligence check to see whose make this is. Maybe see if it's got a specific make.
Sure, why not? It's 2. Why? Why, of all things, did I roll that on this? That's a nat 20. For a 22. Like,
Because you needed.
give me an awesome nat 20 in combat when I really need it. No. What crappy blacksmith made this crappy lock?
The Umbrella Company.
It's gonna be like a relative of yours, and you're just gonna have to find them and be like, really, really?
No. This seems to be. You think of maybe halfling or goblin make.
Ugh. Can I? What would it be to double check it again and make sure if it is in fact goblin?
Another intelligence with a higher DC.
Woo. Let's try it because I got a funny that I want to rip out there. Oof, not nearly as good. That's 12 for 14.
Yeah. It's either goblin or halfling. And before anyone's like, but halfling can make good metal. It's like, yeah, if they're actually caring. In my world, halflings usually only care about cooking. So.
It's either a lazy halfling or your standard goblin.
So the
Whenever
most they
we
know
meet up
is
with whenever we meet up with your friends again, we need to tell them to buy clay locks. We harden and temper our steel.
okay. After a while, he'll open up the door.
Okay. There is a large, and I do mean large, pool of like blood on the dust and dirt floor. It's dried into the dust and dirt. But it is a large amount that I'll say this: you don't even make a medicine check. If this came from a single person, that person is more than likely dead with the amount of blood lost right there.
Sheriff?
No response.
He goes inside to investigate.
Give me an investigation.
I'll stick my head in and do the same.
15.
Just in case.
Say that again, sheep. I didn't hear you.
15.
You would know this thing. This little shed of yours had like a small rafter kind of loft.
Yeah.
And you hear the sounds of something shuffling up there as you say, "Sheriff."
Sheriff?
No response.
He heads upstairs. He heads up the raft. Heads up to the rafter, which he would have known that was effectively his bedroom.
Okay. You're just gonna go on up. Alrighty. What's Dazzle's AC?
My AC is 19.
Well, I'm pretty sure a natural 20 will hit you.
Yep.
A dagger is gonna like fly and catch you, basically like right in the cheek. You're gonna take two d4 points of damage. And if I roll max damage, oh god, this could outright kill Dazzle or anyone. So scared. Oh, thank the gods, it's not max. It's 2 away from max. Dazzle lives. Although he might be unconscious, you're taking 6 points of slashing damage.
Alright.
And you know what? Give me a dex save to not fall.
Alright. That's a 9 plus 4 is 13.
You're spoon to the point like you let go of the ladder at the last second. You just down the rungs.
Would I take an additional bludgeoning damage?
No, I'm not that mean.
Okay.
Okay.
Hold that. And Dazzle Booper will try again, but this time he's gonna cast Shield of Faith on himself.
You make your way up. You don't see anything, but you see that there's like a hatch on the roof, like on the side of the roof, at one of the slants. You see the hatch, and that is now open.
They made a break for it They made a break for it.
Which side?
Right side.
Right
They would
side.
be heading towards the town.
I'll clank my way to that side to see if I can see who it was.
Make a perception check.
It's a 17 plus 3 for a 20.
There is some like tall grass would be like waist high. This was definitely like farming area, and it looks like this might be like grain or something that's not fully grown before people came in. So it's probably about like waist high on you. But there's something you can definitely see running through this stuff, and it's whatever it is, it's small enough that it can't be seen over the tops of the vegetation.
Oh, I can't see it.
No, you can just see the rustling of whatever it
Damn.
is.
Well, that cuts out what I was going to do. 'Cause I don't think it would work.
You were going to hold person?
No, I was going to cast command and tell it to stop.
Do you need to see it, or does the creature need to hear you? Check that.
I'm checking right now.
Yeah, check that, because that's actually really useful.
You speak a one-word command to a creature you can see within range.
Fair enough.
That was my immediate thought. Command, you there, stop. But I can't actually see it. I can only infer its location.
Yeah.
I don't think I can actually do anything else to stop it. I could throw you, Dazzle. You're small.
Yeah, and I think
I would say this for your throwing aspect. By the time Dazzle would get to you to throw him, that thing's going to be outside of your pitching range. I'm not going to say it's out of your sight range of like you're seeing the grass and stuff, the vegetation move, but it's definitely out of your arm's range if you just wait for Dazzle to catch up with you.
I'm going to burn my Channel Divinity Peerless Athlete to basically give myself advantage on athletics checks to basically catch up with you, effectively try to push myself to the limit to catch up with you.
And you can fly, remember?
Yep. Oh yeah, and I can also fly.
I can fastball special you, and then you can fly and see where it goes. So let's do that, just because it's funny.
Yeah.
What? Yeah. Go ahead and give me an athletics check with advantage, because what I think Trucker is doing. What is your maximum speed if you're flying?
So now technically it's supposed to be 20, but due to my my aura of alacrity, it's bumped to 30.
Channel Divinity, Peerless Athlete.
Now-
30 so 30 feet of fly speed.
Oh,
All
aura
right,
of
go ahead
alacrity.
and go ahead and make those athletic checks, boys. You are getting advantage, Dazzle, because of Trucker fastball on you.
Yep.
I rolled a 19 for a 25. I rolled a 9 and a 19. The trucker and me thought that was funny.
I rolled a 14 plus 2, 16.
16. Okay. You are slower than this thing, unfortunately, with that. That fastball gets you just a little off, and you're still not fully used to your wings yet. You kind of get behind this thing, and whatever this thing is, it breaks from the like the thing of vegetation into like this small bit of cargo that the soldiers have brought with them. And like you can see it making some rustling, and you can see a couple of the soldiers like, huh? What the? And they're like looking at like now like a couple of barrels and crates, and they're now like trying to look through it as you catch up. One of them will kind of look up to you. What the and they're just like,
Yeah.
what the fuck is
He'll basically fly above them and try to continue the trail.
that? Go ahead and give me a perception check to see if you can see where that thing ran off.
Alrighty.
Well, I will say this: a couple of soldiers are kind of looking at you like, "What the fuck?"
I'm following on foot.
Yeah.
That's a 19 minus 1, 18.
You see something scurrying. Like you see it out of the corner of your eye, something scurrying towards what would be the what's the word for this? I guess like the local. It's not like the townhouse, but it's like it's a place where like it's like the local storage cellar, for lack of a better term. It's like, you know, they have like two doors, one on either side. People go in to store like pickled and canned vegetables and stuff like that. It's kind of like a
town
communal thing.
storehouse.
Yeah, like a town storehouse kind of a thing. Yeah.
All right.
You see the door on that get opened like out of the corner of your eye, and you see that.
All right. Dazzle Booper will rush into the storehouse.
Okay. Damos, I'll say at this point you've made it your way just to the soldiers. Unless what is Damos's speed, bud?
Assuming it got back up to normal after that fight where I lost 10 of it, it's 30.
Yeah, I'll say at this point you're probably to the soldiers. All right, Dazzle,
Did you see where a little red fella went?
One of them's like kind of pointing over to that storage place. Is like, oh, what the fuck is going on, man?
Weird things, and then I'll flip a gold coin to one of them.
Yeah, like one of them taking the other one's like, do we need to prep for an attack or something?
Unsure.
Okay, he looks as go tell the general I'm not dealing with this shit. I'm gonna go get the boys. And he watched like one runs towards the sheriff's, the other one runs toward like a barrack, probably to get some more men. Like, we need to go to the sheriff. It's fucked. Alrighty, Dazalius Bupatin, can you give me a perception check to see if you can see something?
That is a 17.
17. Like, as you get in there, you see the other door is open, and you also hear the sounds of something rustling in a bag of grain. So it's on to you what you want to do.
Dazzle Booper will he'll try to insight. Now, I would like to I'd like to roll in insight to see if like the open door is just to trick me. Into thinking that they just left. Basically, they're
Go ahead. I'm gonna raise the DC on this a little bit because you're not actually looking at a person. But yeah, go. I know what you mean.
Yeah,
But,
it's kind of like that weird chasing thing where like you.
Yeah, I get what you mean.
That's a nat 20.
You know, the door's still swinging, but there is the rustling in the corn. It's a soft rustle. You're not sure if it's something that'd be big enough to throw a knife at you.
Dazzle Booper will slowly approach the rustling corn. Look, I just want to talk.
You hear the sounds of the rustling stop.
Dazzle Booper will get closer to where the rustle originated from.
Yeah, there's just one standalone bag of corn that you can see.
He will inspect the bag of corn.
Roll a perception or investigation of your choice, my sir.
Right.
Do you poke
that
the bag?
I'm going with investigations. That doesn't have a negative modifier. So
Okay, investigation doesn't involve touching. What do you get?
So that is a 15.
Okay, you kind of like start touching the bag, feeling it. You touch something a little soft and warm, and you hear the sound of a squeak, like a rodent squeak.
Ah.
And you see coming scurrying out of the bag is a little rat. Kind of like squeaks at you, and if you don't stop it, it's gonna like scurry away, scared, like, oh shit, there's a big predator.
Dazzle Booper will just kind of just back up, and he'll head out the door, but instead of going going in a random direction, Dazzle Booper will actually go up to get a better bed.
You want to like go up onto the roof of the little building?
Yes.
Okay. Deimos, would you do me a favor and do a perception check? This would be a perception check just before Dazzle enters the little storage house.
Sure.
Go ahead.
It's +3. Oh, 11.
Okay, yeah, you don't see nothing. Dazzle, go ahead and make me a perception check, buddy.
Sorry,
Alright.
Dazzle.
That's fine. That's a 13.
Yeah, you don't really see anything. You see that field mice you saw in the grain, like it's like now running out of storage and it's running towards the field, but that's really it.
After all that was after having lost the frail Dazzle Booper will reconvene with Deimos. The last it.
Damn. I never saw it.
Whatever it was, they roll. Whatever it was, they were able to stay off more effectively than I was expecting.
Well, it had to have thrown a knife at you, so I can't really say it was friendly.
I'm just more assuming that it might have just been opportunistic.
Hmm.
Uh, Dazzle Booper just kind of begins to after the after everything is done, Dazzle Booper actually begins to feel just not only the physical but emotional fatigue.
Understandable. Understandable. You want to head back to the car?
Yeah.
You see on the roof doing karate, folks, and Zolo.
Did we get anybody to join us?
Fuck it. There is now like 5 guards all around the cart matching you.
Uh,
They're all doing shitty karate.
I'm gonna.
And there's one like higher up who's probably like bitching at him. And it's like those soldiers in the Full Metal Jacket are like they don't give a fuck anymore. They're just like, man, we don't give a fuck. We're in tune with ourselves and nature, man.
I'm gonna.
I
Yell,
would have found it hilarious if there was Tom and Tim up there as well.
I'm gonna yell down to the guards. Hey, you know the rules. Tops off.
We ain't cops, man.
No. Tarps off. No more shirts.
Oh, they're shirtless. Yeah, they're shirtless
all
like
right,
you.
cool. Yeah, we're just like doing the Breakfast Club dance and shitty karate.
Oh, the Breakfast Club. Oh, I love that movie.
We're just gonna keep doing it until we're tired and have to go to bed.
I'll put it this way: you're gonna get tired long before Zolo is. I'll put it that way.
Oh, like all right, I gotta tap out here, Zolo. I'm gonna go to bed.
Hey, man. Try that stuff when you get a chance, man. You'll love it, man. I'm promising you will.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah, man. He's sharing something with the other guards. They've all been pooling some good stuff lately. After what?
Hey Deimos,
Alright.
you go on ahead. I forgot something at the house.
Just be careful.
Did my mom come with?
No, she did not.
Oh, okay, good. I was going to say this is just gonna when I enter
This
back
is
into
gonna be
the
an
cart, that's
awkward
gonna
cart
suck.
ride for you.
No, your mom didn't come with you. That'd be weird even for me.
Yeah, Hoax is just gonna go back into the carriage. Oh man, that was crazy. Is anybody around?
I mean, some of the workers are. The bar's been set up, actually. You would know that. The bar was set up today. It's still set up. So, like, your cook, your bouncer, and such, they're not there.
Well, I mean, just like on the immediate inside of the carriage. Like, I just walk in. Is there anybody like standing there?
Spiky.
I'm gonna look at Spiky and go, I don't know if I'm ready to be a dad. I'm terrified.
I mean, you seem like a cool guy.
I gave angel wing to a 16-year-old dragon.
What's angel wing?
Never mind.
Can I have some?
No. You go read a book.
I think I'll go outside the carriage and get some fresh air.
Yeah, you know what? Touching grass is the way to go.
She's gonna head out.
Make sure to talk to Engelrum.
Who's that again?
The
I'm
white,
kidding.
the white guy.
I will say that she has not really talked to Engelrum since she's been here, but then again, no one's pushed her to either.
Now I'm pushing it. Then I'm going to head upstairs.
Alrighty. Engelrum, you're at the carriage and stuff too. So everybody's back on the carriage except Dazzle. Dazzle, you said you're heading back to the house, right?
Yeah, he was heading back to that. He was heading back to that shed,
The shed? Okay.
and he goes inside, lights it all up, lights up all the candles that were around, cleans up the blood on the floor.
It's in the dirt, but I get what you mean, yeah.
Yeah, he cleans up the bloody dirt. Lights up the little stove that's inside. Heads up the rafters where his bed is. And he opens up a nearby cabinet, containing at least 5 more vials of the candy dash that he
As you do that, a couple of things. One, the bed, it has definitely been used in the last couple days. You can clearly tell. And there are no longer 5 vials. There are only 2 in that cabinet.
Like he helped him. Looks like whoever you are, you helped yourself.
Squeak.
The
You hear a squeak.
the Dazzle Booper will kind of look around for that.
You see, like, just outside the door, kind of like doing the thing that rats do, like sniff, sniff, check if it's all good. You see a rat just outside the big doors of the barn. Like, hey, Light, what's in here?
Do I? Is this the same rat as the one I spotted at the storehouse?
History check.
$14.
It could be, it couldn't be, it's a rat, you're not sure.
After he just kind of he is kind of a little too exhausted to spook it away at the moment, and he just he takes off his armor and his backpack. That's at least the last 2 vials in his backpack. Just kind of brushes off any dirt, mild detritus of the bed. Lies down.
Alrighty. You gonna sleep there for the night?
Yeah.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Can't argue with your decisions on that.
Yeah, he's gonna cry himself to sleep.
Oh, Dazzle. I get it. Damn. you all have a
Did I get to talk to
wonderful
Luna?
night's rest. Oh, before the next day comes around. Now, I will remind you, you have been given a job. They would pay you for, dealing with the gnolls. If you go out and kill gnolls, they'll pay you for each head you bring. I'll let you guys decide if you want to do that or not in the morning, but all of you but Dazzler, come on down for breakfast.
Am I able to talk to Luna?
Yeah, I'm sorry. You wanted to do that before you went to bed, didn't you? I'm so sorry.
You're good.
Well, so yeah, we'll rewind the clock a little bit. You want to talk to her about what again?
About maybe scouting and seeing if we can't figure out kind of where these gnolls are originating from and an idea of their strength of sorts. If she'd be willing to do that.
She says she can. It's not really her, not what she normally does, but she'd be willing to do it for her. She'd do it.
Now, yeah, I know it's not your thing. I just figured you're probably, seeing as you go in and you're really good at procuring objects, I'm sure you're good at procuring information as well.
I mean, I can count and make a detailed report if need be.
Well, might have signed us up for a job of sorts, and if we can take out these gnolls, we'd be paid fairly well, I'd assume.
That's good.
So I figure it's in our best interest to help out these soldiers.
Can't blame you, but I will warn you, if you start killing these gnolls, that probably means you're gonna be an enemy of the clays if it gets back to them.
That is true. That's something I'll have to talk with everybody about, whether we want to do this or not. So, I'd be much appreciative if you could give us at least some information, and then we can go off of that information.
I'll head out tomorrow after breakfast.
Very well.
Alright, now rewind is breakfast. You lot have come downstairs for breakfast.
So, Deimos, about taking out these gnolls, how do you feel about that?
Personally, the enmity or lack thereof isn't something I fully understand. I'm not entirely sure of the relationship. Most of the last couple of years, I've not been active. Well, socially active in the clan.
Well, I figure if I just don't want to sour your name of sorts if taking out these gnolls gets back to everybody. But
Well,
I also don't know if truly your clan is commanding these gnolls to do this. For all we know, it could be anyone.
would that even make sense to me, Flame?
What do you mean?
The Clays having Noel's attack.
I mean, yes and no. It's a good strategy in cases of war to basically sabotage the supply line of other nations. You would know if this is true. This would be a way of making it so that Clay is forcing the ancient red and gold's hand of basically him saying, "Hey, I'm gonna kill the ancient blue, and if you try to retaliate, you're not gonna have the supplies, manpower, or the allies to do it because I'm gonna fuck your trade routes up so bad, no one's gonna want to deal with you." So there's that. There's also the thing of that is kinda fucky, kinda underhanded. It's not a tactic that Mama Betty would like. So it's on you, brother
Yeah,
man.
but Mama Betty's not the one making calls.
Yeah.
It doesn't sound like something the family would be okay with, but with the increase in tension, Father might do something like this. If we take them out, the best we can hope for is that I get a chance to explain that they were, targeting innocent people and not doing what he was sending them to do, I suppose.
And I would try my best to explain what we have done and help you out. From my
Well,
experience, being told one thing doesn't always necessarily mean that that's the truth. And
I get the impression that during the time I was offline, because when Mother died, I kind of went into an involuntary state of, how I get during the nighttime where I can't do anything. Well, this was worse. Like I actually turned off for a while, but Dad was a little different.
And as you boys discuss that and think, we're gonna jump away from you guys real quick. As we're gonna jump to the one member that's not at the breakfast, not yet. We jump to Dazzle, but for Dazzle, you've awoken and reminisced in your sleep, for lack of a better term, and as much as you don't want to get up, you don't want to leave, you know it's time to leave. You pack up your things, take what little belongings that were left in this shed back with you as you make your way towards the caravan. You take one final look to look back at the shed, thinking about the good memories you have there, before turning and leaving. And we pan back away from Dazzle and towards the shed, inside the shed, going in through a little window. We see a little rat up in the loft. The rat is staring through the open door at Dazzle before the rat slowly morphs into a humanoid form. And that
Fucking
is tonight.
Fucking were-rat.
You rare rats.
Were-rats are normally the size of dogs. This was a normal rat.
God damn you, druids.
I mean, well, I know that like some like higher level were creatures can take the form of the animal itself.
Were-rats have to take the forms of giant rats. Doesn't matter their level.
Okay.
But
Were-rats or giant rats.
this was sponsored by Martin Mancini. Thank you again to Sugar Cloud. This was episode 32. What do we want to name it? I was thinking rolling personally, but I don't know.
Better late than never.
Yeah, I mean,
Departure.
Departure's really
Ooh,
good.
Departure. I like that one.
Yeah, I think that sounds like a winner to me.
Alrighty. I'm gonna go ahead and do the outros. Our favorite man who I'd love to get a good juicy bite on, Chaos. Chaos, are you awake? Yeah, Chaos is asleep. I'm gonna go ahead and disconnect him.
Going once.
Sheepy sheep are sheepest sheep. Go ahead and tell them about yourself, buddy boy.
I am Defective Sheep. I am an aspiring artist. You can follow me on Blue Sky at Defective Sheep, just Defective Sheep. You can also follow me on at Defective_SH33P. And you can also follow me on our official Discord. I do $5 commissions. Just DM me through Discord, and I accept PayPal.
Alrighty. Next up, the only man amongst us that's got a ring on a woman. Mark.
Good
Hey,
lord.
Mark. Yeah, we're gonna try and figure out how we can help this location and hopefully not make more enemies.
Good to hear. The man who's about to be a father in a video game, but probably never a father in real life because his lady will castrate him. Mayor of Spicy Town.
I don't know what that has to do with anything, but I am the mayor of Spicy Town. I am so tired right now, and it is roasting in this room. You know where to follow me. Supplies will last as long as they last. I finally figured out how to get past Meta's weird filter that they put over my IP address for, having a goof on the internet. So now we have a Instagram for the Burning Brim Entertainment called Burning Brim Entertainment. So go ahead and follow that if you feel like it, because that's where we're going to be posting promotional content for True Realms if TikTok gets,
Axed.
Lars Ulrich. So, yeah, that's it. That's all I got.
And last but certainly least, Space Trucker.
Ouch. I am
Alright,
Space
buddy.
Trucker. You can find me here playing with these dudes and on the Clock app while it's still up and available for use.
Also, give both me and Trucker $650, please, and thank you.
It's a stretch goal, guys. Come on, we could really use it.
There's Lego kits. I mean, streaming equipment that we need.
Yeah, that's actually totally is for content.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I am your least favorite DM in all of existence. Blame Revenant. Have a good night, everybody.
Yeah, good night.
Laters.
Adios.
Hasta luego, amigos.
Bye.
Peace out.